thinks that cooking is so hard. It's not. It's easy. All you put this in a pan, put that in a pan. Do this, do that. But anyway, let's get off into this positive word of the day before we get into news you may or may not be able to use. Things that make you go, and 40 ball coaching. Because I know on Tuesdays what y'all here for. Y'all here to know what I'm going to tell y'all what to do is that 40. You know what I'm saying? And right now, everybody get money. So the 40 really should be 50. I'm trying to help you help the yamps. That's how you know when somebody auntie age, because they be saying little stuff. Help the yamps. Yamps is an auntie word. I don't care what you want to say. We want to act like it's not yamps. The word yamps is a auntie word. Period. But anyway, I'm trying to help people to evolve, and that's what today's word of the day is about. It's about evolution, and why evolution was on my mind is because first off, I want to say that I had to check myself this morning, even in being judgmental, okay? Because it started to make me feel like I've had some evolution in my life, right? And it's like sometimes when you have evolution in your life, sometimes when you get bigger or you're going further in your life or you learn something, we have a tendency to turn around at the viewpoint where we used to be. Okay. And we sometimes can be judgmental. Right? So that means that, okay, I'm a retired hood rat, right? But sometimes when I'm thinking about the active hood rats, I'm like, ooh, why would she do that? That's stupid. Why would you do that? Why would why would you do that? Why would you do this? And it's like, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that messed up my little laugh. Please don't mess up my train of thought. So, it's like, what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about evolution and sometimes not being judgmental. So throughout our evolution, even as we're changing, as we're getting better, we have to make it a point not to look back on others. You know what I mean? Like not to be judgmental towards other people. Okay, so I want to make that clear because I found myself doing that because I'm a retired hood rat. I found myself looking down at another hood rat like, ooh, well, why would she do that? Why would she date him? And I have to understand just because I've evolved doesn't mean that everyone is there. And I was once there at a point in time. So to me, that's that church mindset or religious mindset. Nothing against my Christians because I love me some Christians. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that organized and orthodox religion that can be judgmental, not understanding that a lot of times the people that we want to reach are the people that are the worst off. If you so holy and sanctified, then not to say that I ain't got no word for you, but a lot of times the church is acting like that's not who they're supposed to be reaching. Like we're supposed to be reaching those who need it most. Okay, so that's when I found myself saying, no, let me put myself there and understand my evolution. Okay, because sometimes you have to go back to where you started to understand your evolution and to understand how far you've come. But I wanted to talk about it from the standpoint of sometimes we can have, I don't want to say negative feelings, but sometimes we can come down on ourselves for our own evolution. You know why? Because everybody doesn't understand evolution. And I'm not the only person, I'm pretty sure, that deals with that. Well, you used to. You used to let me do this. You used to let me do that. You used to date this kind of person. You used to do those kind of things. And I don't want us to think about reverting back to that used to, because sometimes you can be judged or browbeat into what you used to do. Well, who gives a damn what you used to do? Right now, this is what you do. Right now, you're this person. And it's a hard balance to be that person and not fall back into what you used to do, all while still not being judgmental. I know I'm putting a lot off on y'all. It's a lot to process, but it is what it is right now. Okay. And I'm noticing that there have been so many times where I have really been challenged to stay who I am today, or challenged to try to continue on my path based on what people will say and try to bring you back. Don't let anyone bring you back to where you used to be. And at the same time, don't ever be ashamed of where you used to be. Okay? Life is about evolution. And if you're not evolving, you're not living life right. Maybe that's my opinion. If you stand, that's just like being a baby, right? Nobody's still crawling around on the ground. Well, some of y'all is still crawling because y'all nasty. But I'm talking about a regular person. I ain't talking about when you're crawling for Zaddy or something around the floor and you rolling around. You doing the coming to America. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about true evolution in life. Even as a human being, even in your body, you evolve. Even in technology, it evolves. If it's 2020 and we were still holding dinosaur phones, which we probably need to be doing because we ruining some stuff, but I'm just saying, and we were still holding dinosaur phones, people would be like, yo, we ain't evolved nothing. We ain't learned nothing. But each and every day, they give you some new technology, right? Because it evolved. Each and every day, they make a new model car every year, right? You ain't still, you got your classics that you love to ride, but every year, Ford and GM, they going to roll off a new, updated version of that car because that car has evolved, because they want their product to be better. And if a company can want a product to be better, why shouldn't a person want their life to be better? Why shouldn't we want to evolve in our thought process, in the way we live our lives, in our bodies, in our minds, in the people that we date, in our relationships, in your marriage? Your marriage should be evolving. You know what I mean? Y'all should be loving. There's a lot of people who hating each other more each day. That hate is evolving. But the truth of the matter is your love, your trust, your commitment to each other should be evolving. It shouldn't be like back in the day. It could be like, you know what I mean? But it should be like, okay, we got an even better understanding of each other. We have an even closer bond. Okay, now, at first, we didn't want to share no money together. Now we want to share some money together in your business. And the reason I bring that up is because if you're not evolving, that means you need to change something. If you've been in business for years and you ain't never made a profit, you need to evolve, or you need to do something different, because evolution is a sign of progress. And in your life, you should always want some progress. You should always strive for some progress. And that's what I'm here to let you know. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. And that's like even from yesterday when I was talking to you guys about the passive aggressive, my passive, right now, even in this talk right now, because I found myself saying, well, no. This is the focus. You need to evolve. And that's it. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no why. Ain't no this or that. You know what I'm saying? If you've been living in a house for this many years, something in that home should have evolved. Whether that's your decor, you upgraded your refrigerator and your stove, something. Your grass look better. You should always be striving for some type of evolution in your life. And the reason I like to use certain words is because I want to demystify those words for you. Sometimes we don't get that what we're doing is this huge word that gives it so much more significance. So you can say, I'm changing, which is a good word too. But when you put that like, damn, this is evolution, think about that. I'm telling you, semantics, when I started to study semantics and I started to study wording, it changed my life. And the reason it changed my life, and semantics, just so you know, is the branch of linguistics and logic concerned with meaning. There are a number of branches and sub-branches of semantics, including formal semantics, which studies the logical aspects of meaning, such as sense, reference, implication, and logical form. Lexical semantics, which studies word meanings and word relations, and conceptual semantics, which studies the cognitive structure of meaning. Okay, so I only want to give you the definite semantics, the Hoodrat word of the day. Somebody gonna be walking around like, my semantics on point, you see, sounded like a T.I. fresh out of prison. See, when you semanticize what you doing, That's when you bringing it home, my brother. When you semanticize. And I did not say that was a word, but that will be a good word. I'm gonna have to do a little semanticizing. But I only bring that up to say that words are powerful. You know what I mean? Words are powerful. Words, you putting a wording on something, that's like when I was saying people write a to-do list. Well, I was telling my group it's a goal list, right? It's the same thing. But sometimes when you say, I accomplished this goal, you feel more powerful, like, yo, I knocked out some goals today. Versus I did a to-do list. To-do list is okay if that's what you wanted, but that to-do list is nothing but you accomplishing goals. Don't think of each task that you do as just insignificant. Think of that as a goal. I accomplished a goal today. If you made a call to your Social Security office and you got you a crazy check, hey, you accomplished the goal today. Don't just always. So stop thinking of what you do in your life as small and minute. And I think when we put the wording to it, it gives you a sense of magnitude. It gives you a sense of magnitude that what you did was not just, I ain't just, you know what I'm saying? I evolved. I ain't just changed. I evolved. I didn't just do my to-do list. I accomplished some goals. That's like even when you hear the word accomplishments. Do you know how good that feel to be like, oh, I accomplished all of these things? It's the same as somebody saying, I got this done. No, they really accomplished it. So it's all in the way that you look at things. And when you start using words to look at things differently, it'll just change the way that you see them. It'll make you think of yourself as important, just like the way that you should. So that's why I think semantics is so important to me and why I really started studying that. I'm telling you, that socialism versus bailout, that messed me up. I said, whoa, we calling it a bailout. We calling it philanthropy. It's really socialism. That's what it really is. But socialism has a bad connotation, and bailout and philanthropy sounds so much better. But those are the wording. That's the semantics. That's the wordplay. For my ghetto people, semantics, wordplay. Same thing. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. So start thinking of yourself as a person that is going to evolve. Start looking at your level of change as evolution in your life. That is the evolution that has occurred in your life. Okay? And that's what it is. And when you start to really start kicking it like that, you'll get it. Because just going back, because I'm supposed to be on some gossip, but I have to say this. This has really been on my mind. So yesterday, I read a post, right? And it was like, why do people talk about Black-owned business in such a negative manner, right? And so I went on to just let people know that it is the psychology of words, right? The psychology of words mean that it has been taught to us as a society to put the word black before negativity, right? So that's when they coined the term black on black crime, right? We know that black people commit crime amongst black people, but ethnic groups commit crimes amongst ethnic groups because you tend to commit crime amongst the group in which you live. I have a criminal now. I'm going to keep it real with you. I have a criminal justice degree. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice and sociology. I have a dual major. So I'm talking about what the book taught me, not just what I'm saying. I'm talking about what the book taught me. So the book taught me white people commit crime amongst white people. Asian people commit crime amongst Asian people. Chinese people commit crime. That's like if you go into a prison, right? The gangs are divided by race, right? Because those are the people that's gonna commit them crimes with them people. The Asian people in the gang, in the prison, they gonna commit their crime with the Asian people, right? So, but we never coined the term white on white crime. We never coined the term Asian on Asian crime, Mexican on Mexican crime. but you hear black on black crime. That's because they want to single it out and make it seem like only black people commit crime, right? That's the psychology of making you to think that way. All people commit crime. Yes, black people can be disproportionate in crime. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that all people commit crime amongst each other. White people kill white people. White people rape white people. So I'm just so sick of that. Or so that's when it went to the black owned business. I said, well, listen, if anybody has ever been to Applebee's, Chili, or any restaurant and Bob Evans and didn't get good service, you never said that white server. You just said this was a bad server. You never said that white lady, she didn't even want to touch my stuff. I've been places they didn't even want to touch my hand. Do you think I came out like, you know what, I'm not going to no more white businesses. This is ridiculous. No, you're going to say, you know what, that cleaners, I'm not going back to that cleaners. That was ridiculous. I said it again. You've never been into a nail shop and felt like your service was horrible. But I don't hear people say, I'm not going back to that Vietnamese or that Korean nail shop. Right? And to be honest, we racist in that because we call them all Chinese and they not Chinese. They really don't be. They just take that moniker because they know that if they get to explain it, a lot of people too ignorant to understand. So that's another thing. Even when you eating Chinese food, that's not Chinese food. That's Cantonese food. That's Korean food. But it be too much. It's the truth. It be going over people's head. But all I'm saying is that we have to stop doing that. A bad business is a bad business. Period. Period. It don't have nothing to do with this was black and black people got to answer. No. That's us allowing the psychology of wording to make certain group of people ostracized and feel a certain way, and we have to stop doing that. We have to. If you're going to do that for black people, you need to do it for all people. Woo, that white Chick-fil-A, they was tripping. I went to that white Del Taco. Man, that white Del Taco, I ain't get my food for 20 minutes, and it was cold. I ordered some food from Del Taco. It came, I thought it came from Antarctica. It was so, the taco was so hard, I could have bust a window with it. I ain't never say, I said, I'm not going back to that Del Taco. I didn't say, you know what, that Del Taco was in a white neighborhood. How dare them? So we have to stop doing that. And we have to start breaking the cycle by every time somebody that we know does that, we have to start tapping them on the hand. No. Because just as many as what I would say, quote unquote, black business I've been to this bad. Because trust me, on the nail game, I'll be like, oh, I ain't going back. I get it. But we have to stop doing that. And we have to start saying this is business. Because I've been serviced by some black people. Excellent. I've been some places. I have excellent customer service. So it don't matter. If you come to Delicious Dogs, even if you have a bad experience, I have excellent customer service. You know what I mean? But I never heard somebody say, you know what? I'm going to stay going to a black-owned business because I went to Delicious Dogs and she was nice, pleasant. She made it just the way I wanted it. We have to stop that. There is nothing wrong with black-owned business. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing. Not one thing. All businesses have a problem. There are some places you go, you're just not going to have a good experience. It has nothing to do with the ethnicity of the people. We have to stop doing that, okay? So that's what, I had to get on my little show box right there because I'm sick of that. And I really need us to understand that words mean something. Our evolution means something. Think of yourself just as important as whoever made words. Linguistics, right? Start to use your vocabulary and your words to empower you in your evolution as a person. You are evolving. You should want to evolve. You should not want to stay the same. Okay? And I ain't saying you got to evolve in whatever evolution means to you. Just get better. Get better. Get better with your money. Get better with your family. Get better with your life. And that's why, I even wrote the book, The Faith Over Fear, Tales of a Retired Hoodrat. That's available on the website and Amazon Kindle, tbarbisfunny.com. because I wanted to show my evolution. That's why I stay saying retired hood rat. And that's why I'm even talking about semantics, because I thought that was a powerful semantic to me to say, hey, I'm retired, but I was a hood rat. To just show the vast difference and to show that people can change. Because you hear people all the time, you can't change, nobody can change. Yes, you can if that's what you want to do. The evolution of who you are as a person. So evolve, get better, get stronger, get faster. Do what you have to do. But it's time for some evolution in our lives. Evolution in the way that we think about things. That's why I talked about the black on black. Stop saying black on black crime. Stop saying bad black on business. Stop putting that out into the universe. It's not true. It's white on white crime. It's Mexican on Mexican crime. It's just the way it is. Go look at the statistics if you think I'm lying. Everything that I say is statistically backed. I'm not even going to say nothing that I feel like I haven't done any research on or that I feel like there's no statistics to it. I'm going to go look it up. That's the nerd in me. Call me a ghetto nerd or whatever you want. That's what it is, okay? This same ignorance that you see on stage will get up in the morning and go read a book on your ass and then come back and tell you what the book said. So it is what it is. And I'm never going to stop that evolution of myself as a person. And I want us to stop putting out those bad. To me, that's a bad word when you say that. Black on black. No. You know, what you just saw, like all the protests. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of white on white crime going on. People like, why are you saying that? No, stop letting the way that you train start to unravel your mind and evolve in your way of thinking. Start to evolve. That's what I'm talking about. Evolution is good for you. And it's not just change. Start using the semantics. Start using the linguistics. Start using those words to make you feel more empowered about who you are as a person and your being and where you come from. No, you didn't just get some things done. You completed some goals. You got some goals done, okay? That's what I want you to think. You want to vacuum out your car? Yeah, I got it done. No, I completed the goal of vacuuming out my car. That way it starts to bring significance. Watch how much more you'll get accomplished when you start to look at your change as evolution and when you start to look at the things that you got done as accomplishments and goals. Watch how far it'll take you. You'll be like, damn, baby girl, I got that. I'm evolving. I'm an evolution. Semantics are important, so start looking them up. So after we do our word of the day, because I got a little carried away today, but I was feeling it in my spirit. Pastor Barbara was feeling it. Amen, church. I know somebody at home like, amen. Thank you. Say amen to the church. Okay, so at the end of our word of the day, we always do our little prayer. The prayer is, first off, to get me ready for this ghetto-ness, because, I got to get educated before I get ghetto. I know it's a vast difference. Oh, well, call me bipolar, whatever you want to do. But the prayer is just it's not about Jehovah. It's not about Hishnu. It's not about whatever deity you serve, whatever Mother Earth you serve. It is about putting out positivity into the universe. And just like what I was talking about, words are important. The things that you put out to the universe, the things that you write down, the things that you think, the things that you say will make or break who you are. It will either teach you or it will hinder you. But at the end of the day, I want us to get it out. I want us to make sure that we're praying for each other. I want us to understand the power of prayer and meditation. So I like to break it down with a little prayer. Before I get off into this news you may or may not be able to use, things that make you say, and I teach y'all about this 40 ball culture from America's favorite retired hood rat. That's right. It's your girl, T-Barb. Anyway, y'all ready? Okay. Tell God. Thank you, God. All right. Dear God, we come to you with an open heart, open mind. We thank you for our evolution. We thank you for where you have brought us from. We thank you for where we are today right now, and we know that an attitude of gratitude will take us so much further. God, we understand that words are powerful. We understand that you have blessed our tongues, our minds, and our hearts with words. And we ask that you allow those words to be power in our lives. We ask that those words be positive. We ask that those words be fulfilling. We ask that the things that we pray for and that our hearts desire, that you give it to us if you see fit for us to have it. If you think that we are ready to have the things, we ask that you allow us to accomplish goals each and every day that better us as a person, that better our children, that better our spouses, that better our mates, that better our coworkers, our friends, our family, those people who are around us. We ask that you protect our households, each and every room, each and every person that is listening, each and every person that we pray for. God, we know that all things are possible through you. We ask that you protect us from any viruses, any diseases, any health conditions. We ask that you give us the free will to protect ourselves from any viruses, any conditions. We ask that you give us the knowledge or put someone in our circle and in our lives, in our earshot, who has the knowledge, who can help us to get over anything that we need to. We ask that you give us the knowledge of health, the knowledge of well-being, the knowledge of physical exercise, the knowledge of what to eat, the knowledge of what to take, the knowledge of what medications that we may need. God, we just ask for evolution in life towards the better. We ask for you to reach and touch us. We ask that we treat your earth better. We ask that we treat each other better, and that we may be financially blessed, that we may be verbally blessed. Because we know if we are verbally blessed, then that way we can communicate what we need and we will receive it. It is in your name we pray, amen. Bam. Okay, so I forgot. I can't get ghetto right. I told y'all know what time it is. Time to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ha! I'm here. It's Retired Hood Rat. Yeah, I'm telling you, because I was going too much into the ghetto-ness too fast. My sister was like, listen, we just got through praying and here come ghetto. So I was like, you know what, sister, I'm going to start counting to 10. See? I be listening to my sister. Got to listen to your big sister. So I counted to 10 before I get off into this ghetto ratchetness, because it's the Retired Hood Rat Morning Show. It is Tasty Tuesday. So, of course, that means we're going to do some 40 ball coaching. We're going to talk everything tasty. What is yummy? And don't forget, if you at the crib, you chilling, you need something to watch on these days, go watch the Getting Off comedy special on Amazon Prime, produced by Mind Vision and Rugo Networks. And of course, your girl T Barb has an episode on there, so you can see the versatility. Because I'm cursing on there. I'm cursing, but you see my evolution from the morning to the evening. That's what you seeing. Because this morning T Barb, you know what I'm saying? I like to wake up with knowledge on my mind, and then later on, is ignorant T Barb. So make sure you follow me on the gram, TBARB_. I'm so tired of people following me and unfollowing me. It's like I want to just choke them, because I be so close. I'm trying to get 5,500 followers. I'm at like 54. I was at 5489. Woke up, I was at 5483. I'm like, what is these people doing? Just follow me. Dang, I only need 20. I've been working on 20 for 2 months. Somebody help me. Somebody help get your girl to 5,500. Go post me on your page or something. I don't know. TBARB_. Help a sister out. And you can also follow the show's page at Retired Hood Rat Mornings. That's all one word, Retired Hood Rat Mornings, on the gram. Or, of course, you can go over to Facebook if you a space booker, and you can go ahead and you can click in and follow comedian T Barb. Okay. So I did miss it, but I'm still going to give y'all a little tea. Got to give y'all a little tea. So I've been following this. And this is what made me feel like I was being judgmental this morning. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So it's news you may or may not be able to use. Of course, brought to you by our partners at Community First Tax Service. And y'all know around the 30s, I give y'all all the good gossip, all the good tea, what's going on right now. You know, what's going on in hip-hop, what's going on in politics. We got the things that make you go, Yesterday, we talked about the fact that the refrigerated trucks carrying your food, but it was carrying dead bodies with the virus. Because you don't even want to go outside and have nobody breathe on you. But just imagine your chicken been in the same truck with somebody who was bleeding with the virus, confirmed dead of COVID-19. Not speculations, but confirmed, and you eating the chicken. So I just had to put y'all up on that. So you could know that your chicken probably got dead COVID-19, not active COVID-19, because the people is dead, but who knows? I'm just trying to tell y'all. Oh, shout out to my boy Marcus Poole. He be listening to everything. I appreciate Marcus Poole, and he said he gonna give me some followers. That's what I'm talking about. Give me some followers, Marcus. I need everybody to be like Marcus. Marcus is gonna be the president of my fan club. Cause he listen every day. Look, he on the app, the Streetz Radio app, and he on the Facebook page, Streetz Radio, watching me live. So if you want to ever see me live, hand clap to him this morning. Major shout out to him. If you want to see me live, you can go on Facebook and go to the Streetz Radio, and you can see me. And I did my hair, and it's cute to me today too. I put my little rollers in. Anyway, we'll talk about my little naturalista. Because I'm telling you, once everything open up, I don't know if I'm going to be paying them to do my hair or like I was. I'm sorry. I love my hairdresser, boo, but you might only be clipping ends from this point on. Because they didn't, let me tell you. Now, them nails, that's a whole nother story. I need to go see David. I got to go see David. And a shout out to my boy Joe Baskin, who's going to actually be coming on the show, too. He has a salon out in Belleville, so maybe Joe might want to clip some. He might could talk me into it because he got the salon. But as far as going back and spending $2,000 a month,
Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't no, the $2,000 a month is over. It is over. Like, is this something that you learned during this quarantine that you like, I ain't going back to pay for that? Like, I doubt if I eat out as much. Well, nah. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on that because I'm greedy. I'm just greedy. But I did learn how to cook some different stuff. Like yesterday was my first time making pad thai, and it was good. Just the only problem is my fat son ate it. That's why you can't be at home with no fat kid. He talking about, what's that? It's like he could smell it. He ain't came out of his room all day. The minute he smelled some garlic, he come down the steps. What's that? What's that? I say it ain't nothing. He talking about something in that pot. You ain't make me none. I say yours over there. So pray for your friends at home with fat kids, because we ain't never going to have nothing to eat on our own. Nothing. My sister brought me a candy bar, okay, for Mother's Day. I have not eaten it. I'm waiting for a special event, you know what I'm saying, to eat my candy bar. My son I'm talking about, he been hovering like a shark in water. He just swimming around the candy bar. Every day he come touch it. Every day he touches it. Can I have a piece? No. Oh, okay. You still ain't ate that yet? No. Oh, okay. I just want to touch it. Now it's all broken into two pieces because he keep it. It's like, It's like when you a single parent with a fat kid, you got to go eat in the closet. I might as well just put me a little mini table in the closet and just go to work because I'm just tired. I'm tired of defending my food. Then turn around and order some food. Got treated special because he ate up all the pad thai. I order some. What'd he do? He hear the door because I got a little door thing. He hear doop, doop, doop. He say, what's that? You about to go somewhere? I say, no. He say, what you grabbing? I said, some food. He said, you ain't give me none. I can't have none. Now, mind you, he done ate all my pad thai and cooked. I done made him 2 chicken quarters. You know, you make big chicken quarters so the kids don't be hungry. And you don't cut it in half. You just give them, because you want it to look big. You give them that one big slab of chicken so they could be like, ooh, this a lot of chicken. You know what I'm saying? I was going to cut it into the thigh, into the drumstick. I'm like, no, give it to them as one big whole. Give them 2 of them so it could just look like a dinosaur meat on the plate. Y'all know a chicken quarter be looking like a dinosaur wing on the, just give him this, you know? He come back with all recycled bones. It's like, have you ever seen a commercial with somebody like, or a cartoon where somebody sucks something in and then they spit a whole bunch of bones out? That's how I felt. Like, did you just suck in a chicken leg and then spit out a bunch of bones? Help me to help you. And then did you just come in here and steal? And so it was spicier than I thought. He talking about, that's too spicy for you to eat. You sure you want it? Yes. 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 I want it. So pray for your friends with fat kids. We are not okay. We not okay. You could hear it in my voice. I'm not okay. I've been eating in the car all week long. That's probably why I'm about to eat all vegetables and fruit this week. Because you know, little fat kid, he don't, what's that? I'm like, that's it is. Oh. You got some candy? You got some candy? Anyway, in news you may or may not be able to use, brought to you by Community First Tax Service, Okay, your girl Cash Style. We in the D. Shout out to everybody across the country listening. But we have a rapper by the name of Cash Doll. That's KASHDOLL. Shout out to Grandma Rose, who is friend of the show for show. She be hanging with my auntie Chartel. If y'all know auntie Chartel, y'all know she's a wild one. She hangs out with Cash Doll Grandma Rose. And the Grandma Rose is cool. I love Grandma Rose. I actually love Cash Doll. Because I love her come up. Whether I'm getting old and becoming an auntie and I agree with all the materialism in the music or not, does not mean that I don't, I don't still agree, with her come up. So anywho, so the tea is, so Cash, she actually just had got this like Bentley truck or something. We yes I am. Try again. Hold on, somebody's trying to get online. So she got this Bentley truck. So your baby girl got a Bentley truck, is slapping. Truck is nice, custom white truck. Got to be a couple $100,000 at least. Okay. And so her boyfriend bought it, but she was never showing her boyfriend on camera. You know what I'm saying? Boyfriend bought it. You could see her talking to him like, babe, what's the difference between my truck and they truck? He like $100,000. So we like, okay, she got her new little babe. And when you are in the public eye, you don't always want to show your mate. Like somebody like me, I'm going to be honest. If I get a man, we going to have to be like super solid before I really want to show him in the public. Because people come and they attack. Next thing you know, somebody in my man inbox. Next thing you know, somebody talking about, and it's already difficult to deal with somebody who's playing a character. Because not to say T-Barb is real, but T-Barb is still a character. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Just like me being a radio personality. It's like, I am all of those people, but I am not exclusively that person. I'm not raunchy and rogue all the time. You know what I'm saying? One day I want to be Martha Stewart. I like to do a lot of home improvement. I love to cook. So sometimes I'm Hoodrat Kitchen. Sometimes I'm faith over fear. Sometimes I'm motivational. You see that, whatever. So anywho, so I was like, okay, well maybe she just don't want to show him, because when she showed her last boyfriend, people was dragging him. Everybody was all in her business. She was dating a drug dealer, from Detroit, named Sean. And we was all in her business. I was all in her business. He got a lot of baby mamas. He ended up getting indicted. So it was like, it's one of them things. Do you really want to show that? Well, yesterday, the tea was real, because somebody ended up, so she's been on private planes. She's been getting Bentley trucks. She living her best life. Well, the boyfriend was shown yesterday. So she went live with him in the background. She erased it. And then somebody also, she took a picture, a selfie, and then also took a picture of them getting off a private jet. Well, his name is Big E. He from Detroit. And he is he's not attractive, okay? Big guy. Not really, beauty in the eye of the beholder, but, on average, I wouldn't say he was attractive. And it's like, is this why she wasn't showing him? Street guy, a lot of baby mamas, was dating this person. I actually know somebody people was dating him, you know what I'm saying, who was like, oh yeah, my people was dating him, and he used to cash her out too. So I'm like, okay. So it's like, so is that rumor true that when somebody like, I'm taking trips, I'm doing this, they really got a booger bear in the background? Do they really got, is that, but I don't want to dispel that, because I wouldn't show anybody I'm kicking it with just straight up out of, I don't want the hate. I get enough hate. I don't need my people getting hate too. Trust me. As people, they just don't like me because they don't like me. They talk about me all goddamn day. So it's like one of them things where it's like, but he was like, so I was like, do that take her stock down? Like, if you see her with this booger bear, do it make you like think like it's like, do it make you think that no? And then of course they say the ugly dudes cash out. I get that, but you already a millionaire, so do you need somebody to cash out? And so somebody was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But to me, I would think not. I would think that if you already got $1 million, so you can already really buy your own Bentley truck. You can get on your own. You can get on your own private jet. So do you really need to bring yourself down like that just for that? And then it also made me think like about still continuing to date street guys. Me personally, I won't date a street guy. I've done it my whole life. That's really what I know, and I talk about it in the book. Um, just about because that's all I really knew. So I was raised in the streets. I idolized the streets. My dad was a big drug dealer. So of course most women want a man that's like their father. And that's what I wanted. That's what I idolized. That's what I saw. I've been cashed out a lot of times. I done had Rolexes, carrots. I done had diamonds. I done did it. You know what I'm saying? Brand new trucks off the lot. Just got first year it was made. I mean, I done rolled clean. Trust me. Brand new house, flying in and out the country. I done did it all. And some of it was mine, and of course some of it was his. I done been spoiled. I done counted a lot of money by hand, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I get that part. But it's like once you get your own money, or once you get into a certain mindset, it's like it's just not worth it. Materialism to me is just not worth it. But then that's when I had to start checking myself. That's what brought me to the evolution and the judgmental thing too, because I didn't want to look down on anybody who I felt like is where I used to be. Like I used to be that. So I don't want to look down like, oh, that's stupid, or why would you jeopardize because you really, when you with somebody in the streets, you really jeopardizing your whole life. You jeopardizing your life. I've had friends that was sitting in the car with their boyfriend and got their head blew off. Literally. Like that I know. So it's like for me, it wasn't worth it. I know a lot of guys that are in prison right now for a long time. I know some guys that was in prison for a long time and they didn't got out. They did 10, 15 years, got out, still had money. They still got the same mindset. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as y'all know, that's why she ain't showing him. But then, or maybe she ain't showing him because he is still in that lifestyle. But it's like, once you put yourself in a certain position, you have to evolve enough to know that I'm not going to jeopardize the position I put myself in for this material thing. Because let me tell you something, all that stuff you got, if the Fed want to come kick in the door and take it, the Fed coming to kick in the door and take it. And the Fed has a 95% conviction rate. That's something that we was talking criminal justice school from the beginning. That the Fed will watch you as long as they need to watch you to get a case. Now, the state might bust in the door prematurely. The federal government will watch you for 10 years if they need to, because they're going to have an ironclad case. By the time they present their case, it's ironclad. There's no doubt about it. They not coming with no loopholes. They not coming with no missing pictures. They going to put it all together before they ever present it. Period. That's why only in 5% of cases, like with Dr. Sabi, he got away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, but that's because they was wrong. But I'm talking about with the 5% of cases. So if you think about a 95% conviction rate, the best you can hope for with the Fed is to get a lighter sentence. And you get a couple people, once again, who beats, but 95% of the people will not. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, you know, is it because dude ugly? Is it because dude's still in the streets? You know, if you're in that position, do you jeopardize it just to say my dude getting a bag? It's almost making me think like Madonna. Y'all know how Madonna is. Madonna gonna go get one of her dancers. J-Lo did it too, but J-Lo got a dancer. Then she ended up with A-Rod. A-Rod on her level. So it's like you can have that patience. But I mean, it's cool to play and have fun. I just feel like don't jeopardize all the money you getting just to say that somebody getting this for you, because it's plenty of corporate guys out there that would love to be, you know. But some people ain't ready for corporate. I like my little corporate. You know, corporate be working. I like corporate. You know, we can have an intellectual conversation. They usually like a little ghetto here and there, you know, all that kind of stuff. So shout out to Cashed Out anyway for, making some history, making some waves. But yeah, Big E and Cash Doll, they got caught getting off that plane, and somebody sure enough took that picture. Put that boy everywhere. And then, when you dealing with a drug dealer, he be having too many baby mamas. Like, ugh. I can't take, I do not. Because what if you make a mistake and get pregnant? Now you the 15th baby mama? Because things do happen. Like you know what I'm saying? You get the stroke in. That's what I be doing. And then next thing you know, you pregnant and you number 25. You know what I'm saying? Number 25 in 2013. And all that. So that's all I'm saying. So shout out to Cash Doll. That was news you may or may not be able to use. I missed my other stories, but don't worry, because at 9:30 I'm coming back with some more juice. I got some little stuff going on. We gonna talk some major juice that has been leaking and leakage. It's the 40 bar coach today, and of course today is Tasty Tuesday. So let's talk about how to get your drink on, because I used to be a Hennessy and Coke, Ciroc and Coke, Ciroc and cranberry. Now I'm at home. I got me a little shaker. Auntie been getting her drink on. I'm talking about including freshly squeezed juices. Y'all knocking it. I'm telling you, get to freshly squeezing some juice, and then you can lose weight and get drunk at the same time. So I'm going to tell y'all all about that so you cannot go anywhere. It's the Retire Hoodrat Morning Show. Don't forget, this week, you can hear us Monday through Friday from 8 to 11 a.m. But next Monday, Memorial Day, May 25th, the same day I'm doing Chopped with Eating Good, we are switching our times to 9. We need some sleep too. So from 9 to 12, and then you can catch me Monday and Friday. So remember, tell all your friends. Retire Hoodrat Morning Show. Some things are changing. I'm still here. The Streetz radio is still here. You still can tune in and hear all your music get slapped out, listen to everything, because we got music and shows 24 hours a day. But I'm going to be on Monday, 9 to 12, and Friday, 9 to 12. That starts next Monday. Of course, this week we on our regular schedule, 8 to 11, till you guys get ready and acclimated, and we ready. So, it's Retire Hoodrat Morning Show. We're going to a quick song break, and then we're going to come back with more Tasty Tuesday. It's comedian T-Bird.
Yeah. Oh. That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. And that's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. And that's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah. Late night. Oh, it's a vibe. Let me slide. Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah. Dim the lights. Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah. Get high. It's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe. Yeah. It's a vibe. Don't you lie. Your pussy dripping, cushion dripping down your thighs. It's a vibe. Get high. Digging deep while I'm looking in your eyes. Vibe is the realest. I know you feel it. It's a vibe. Different vibe. It's my vibe, nigga. All the bitches like it. Okay, so I got the ambience just where I want it. And if you get paid, it's solely based on your performance. My ego is enormous like my crib in California. If you ain't got no heart, man, you're gonna need a donor. Now I said I'm from the corner of the ATL. Well, we got that clientele, avoid paper trails. Broke so many bells down that I'm shell-shocked. A hell Glock sold rocks by the mailbox. Got a vibe, make a yellow chick turn the neck. Got a vibe, make a cougar wanna spin a check. Got a vibe, make a Asian wanna bite you. Got a vibe, make Italian want Versace. Carbon copies get declined, I'm the pioneer. Beat that pussy up, I need riot gear. Any volunteers, gas in a Ziploc. Now that's loud and clear, this one out of here. This is our year.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Oh, that's a vibe. Yeah. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. That's a vibe, yeah, yeah. It's a vibe. Am I your type? Pussy tight. Maybe I'll spend the night, yeah, yeah. That's a vibe. What's it, why? That's the type of shit I like, yeah, yeah. That's a vibe. It's a vibe. That's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe, yeah, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just wanna hold you, dance with you, lose control with you, yeah, bounce, rock, roll with you. There's no time to waste right now. Give me all you have inside. All you have inside. If you let me, I'll show you how to prove on this fantastic ride. Just bring your body, bring your love. Let my body fill you up. Baby, ain't no running tonight. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. So do whatever you want. It's a party. It's what you can bounce back, roll on it, ride on it, baby. The way I like it. Tell me hello when you go with it. When you're grinding on me, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, baby. Girl, my heart, you're holding it. Love to watch you when you work it. Watch you when you work it. The floor is yours, you controlling it. You a savage, that's for certain. That's right. Girl, your body, I can't resist. Ain't nobody do me like this. Baby, ain't no running tonight. Ain't nobody gonna tell you shit. So do whatever you wish. It's a party. You can bounce back, roll on it, ride on it, baby. The way I like it. Tell me hello when you go with it. When you're grinding on me, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, you can bounce back, roll on it, ride on it, baby. The way I like it. Just the way I like it. Hello when you go with it. When you're grinding on me, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, baby. Yeah, damn. So you really gonna do it like that, huh?
Want to increase your income in 2020 while helping others in your community? Well, Community First Tax Services is looking for mobile tax preparers for the 2020 tax season. There is no experience needed. Training, marketing, and tax software included. Community First Tax Service is local and willing to help you get to the next level. So for more info on how to become a tax preparer, visit us at learnthethaxbiz.com. That's learnthethaxbiz.com. Community First Tax Services.
the truth. You put on your lying cap to try to write some fake shit. You be on that cake shit.
Mama told me, baby, be careful about who you trust. Even though you pop that top and every whip you in, it's still hard for you to open up. Why you don't open up? Take a look in my eyes and see what I see. Take a look in my eyes and see what I see.
Truth be told, don't know what the future may hold. Gotta get it every day, cause niggas turning into stone Medusa. With the eyes Mandela, with the rise. Hand me my well-deserved prize. Get in my way and get snatched up. If you try to take from me, be ready to get smacked up. Cause I don't play about mine. And I don't like wasting time. Detroit is my city. Born and raised, it gets pretty litty. I ain't talking about Party City, but niggas that can get pretty gritty. Had it hard, we don't need your pity. If you with us, be ready to join the committee. All together we rise against the hate and the despise.
Mama told me, baby, be careful about who you trust. And even though you pop that top and every whip you in, it's still hard for you to open up. Why you don't open up? Take a look in my eyes and see what I see. Look into my eyes. Take a look in my eyes and see what I see. Let's go.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? That was your girl, Sashay. Take a look in my eyes. Make sure you go check out her new single, Escape, which is on Tidal and all platforms. Her name is Sashay. She is a dope new artist, a premier music group artist. And her music, I'm talking about, it's going to bring you back. If you worried about, especially for all my old aunties, I guess what I'm calling us, because I'm in the auntie junior. I'm not an auntie senior quite yet. It's a lot of us, we in denial, but you know you getting older because the little young music, you be like, what the hell they saying and what the hell they doing? But Sashay is one of those artists where you just going to appreciate, you're going to love her music. You're going to rock out with her. Make sure you just keep up with her. She's on the gram at It's Sashay. That's SASHAE. So check her out. Escape is available on all platforms, including Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. Just go give her a play. If you got Tidal, it's free for you to listen to all the music you want to anyway. So sometimes we got to just start giving people plays, including if you have Amazon Prime. Hell, just rerun Getting Off over and over. Your girl T Barb is on Amazon Prime Video. It's my first television experience. So just know that, you know, by the time the next one come, I'm going to be even more popping. But right now, we need you to go watch that Getting Off comedy series, which is GETTIN. Getting Off Comedy is on Amazon Prime Video. So go watch that. 5 episodes, 5 hilarious comedians, myself, J-Boy, Tattoo Man Page, Marcus Olin, and Fago Red. So go check that out. So it's time for things that make you go, And of course, I got to talk about your boy Don T. Okay, the pimp of the United States. Y'all know how I feel about that. I don't call him the president of the United States. He ain't my president. He is a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time for that. He big pimping. Okay, pimp of the United States. Who, trust me, we have got to be the world's laughingstock. I am sorry. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Like, are we like, we got to be. I'm sorry. We got to be. Because when anytime that you are, you know, this guy is a clown. So let's talk about things that make you go, right? So your boy, Don T, has said that he has been taking hydroxychloroquine. If you all remember, hydroxychloroquine is the drug that they were saying pretty much is the drug that they were saying may have helped. It's a malaria drug. It's also a drug used for lupus and lupus patients. It's a drug that, if taken out of context, can cause heart disease. You can die. Basically, it's very deadly. One thing that I learned about this drug is before they even spoke about it in the news, I was listening to NPR. Y'all know the Streetz radio is my favorite radio station of all time. But if I had to give a runner-up, it's going to be NPR. If you know me like that, you know I'm a big NPR listener. I get most of my news. I cannot tell you the last time that I watched CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox 2 News. I have not watched the news in months, but I listen to NPR daily, and it gives me a lot of my news. I also read a lot. New York Times, Time Magazine. I mean, that's just what I'm into. When I turn my computer on, the news pops up, and I get a lot from there. And I go to the celebrity blogs. I can't tell you the last time I watched a reality TV show. I need to, just to keep up. I'm one day I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do it. But anywho, so hydroxychloroquine. I was listening to the head of the CDC poison control on NPR, and she was just saying how hydroxychloroquine needs to be heavily regulated by a doctor, because just a little bit off, if you have any heart problems, kidney problems, it will damage it even more. It can kill you. So, well, what happens? Your pimp of the United States, Don T, because people's like, who is Don T? Don T is what I call Donald Trump. And I don't call him POTUS, as in President of the United States. I call him the pimp of the United States. And, of course, I'm telling my age right now, because the minute I see Donald Trump, what starts playing in my mind? Remember on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker? Who remember this? When the man was like, he's the pimp of the year. That's how I feel. Like every time a news conference comes on, I just hear that song and I see him walking and I see him with a ring, and just everybody in the press conference, I just envision him having a pimp ring on and saying, kiss the ring, ho, and then everybody get down on their knees. That's just me, because he ghetto. So I know we want to act like because he's Caucasian, he's not ghetto. He's very ghetto. But neither here nor there. So your ghetto pimp of the United States has said that he takes hydroxychloroquine to avoid getting the Rona. Now, you've never seen him with a mask. Even if you don't have to wear a mask, it's like sometimes, don't you think that you would put one on just to be a role model or an example for everybody else? Not him. Okay, he ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got to be no role model or no example for them. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm living my best life. Okay, that's what he said. But he admitted that he takes that. Now, what I find contradictory is that his family has a lot of stock in that company. We all know. You would have thought that someone was so dumb. We would have thought that someone wasn't that dumb that once he said drink Ajax or drink bleach, that they would have never done it. Well, we already know in New York there was a spike of people who drank bleach and cleaning products after the president made that announcement. So what do you think is going to happen with the hydroxychloroquine? 1. 2, there are people with lupus and other diseases who really need hydroxychloroquine, who won't be able to get it. I was actually talking to a friend of mine who knows someone with lupus, who was saying that his wife, his wife has it, was struggling to get her medication because once they made this announcement, the drug dried up, and the drug was relatively cheap and the price has increased. On top of that, remember their talks, I talked about this yesterday, and things that make you go, about the vaccine becoming possibly mandatory and the military administering this vaccine, right? Well, remember, the head of the Rapid Vaccine Commission, is the CEO of a pharmaceutical company, not necessarily a doctor. He's the CEO of a pharmaceutical company. We all know that pharmaceutical companies, these are the same companies that made EpiPens $500. So EpiPens are life-saving. EpiPens probably cost $5 to make. They've made them $500 just because you need them so much. So this is the person that's supposed to be over the vaccine. We all know that the vaccine will be funded by the government. So while we like, oh, we getting stimulus, we getting stimulus. Remember, you got 1,200, but there were 41,000 Americans who got $1 million. You got 12, they got $1 million. Think about that. So, is the president really taking hydroxychloroquine, or is he trying to boost his stock prices? Which I've already heard the Dow increased by 900 points yesterday. So shout out to everybody who invested in some stocks. You should be seeing some return in your investment, some ROI. ROI is what, ROI. So remember, ROI stands for return on investment. I like to, little ghetto teaching. This is a ghetto economics class. So that makes me go, If it doesn't make you go, I don't know what's wrong with you. Because you have to think about this. The president says, I take hydroxychloroquine. Is he selling his product? He's been selling all of his products. So let's just keep it real. He's been selling the Trump name. He's still... Remember, this is the only president that is reaping financial benefit. We tried to impeach him. They say he can't do that. He can't. Yes, he can. He is charging $500 a night when the cap on federal rooms was $100. Now that he's president, it's $500. I do believe he's going to collapse the American dollar. That's just my opinion. Have you ever been to another country and they be like, you got 1,000 pesos, and 1,000 pesos be like $25? I'm hoping not. But then when they start giving away too much free money, I start getting a little like, okay, y'all, let's buy some shit, y'all. Because in a minute, our little dollar ain't going to be worth a lot of stuff. That's just something to think about, something to make you go, Just trying to put y'all up on a little bit. So this is why I say we're not in an environment where we really can trust our government at this point. We're in an environment because he says he's been taking it. I think it's good. It's not a drug that you take when nothing is wrong with you. It will damage your kidneys. It will damage your heart. And for someone who is the head of what they say the most powerful country in the world, which we know is not true. Russia is gaining each and every day. We're not the most powerful. We haven't been the most powerful in years. We don't have the best military. We don't have the best education. That's why a majority of your doctors, you can't pronounce their name. Think about this. When you go to the doctor, Dr. Davis and Dr. Winston ain't coming in. Your doctor name be you be like, who is that? It took you 5 visits to know his name, Dr. Shibujudu. That's because education in other countries are better. And then what they do is they come over here and they take benefit of our free programs to become doctors. But think about that. When you think, American education, no. Even the best of American education does not compare to a lot of Chinese schooling, a lot of Middle Eastern schooling. So what they do is they have you thinking, they underdeveloped. Well, if they're so underdeveloped, why are their doctors our doctors? Like, start really thinking. Stop looking into what the media tells you all the time. And start thinking for your damn self sometimes. Like, sometimes we got to start thinking. Yeah. Okay, of course, it's 9:33, and that means it is time for news you may or may not be able to use, which is brought to you by our partners at Community First Tax Service. Head over to learnthetaxbiz.com and get your own franchise. I'm telling you, you need to do something with your money. And next year, first off, we should be filing this year, for real. And I ain't gonna lie, I was just helping in the tax office, and it was banging. So make sure that you head on over there, up to $9,500 same day as cash. Okay, first story. Let's talk about a mama. So we have a mama who has no sympathy for her son, who traveled to Hawaii amid viral pandemic and ended up in jail for violating the quarantine rules. She said, I told him not to travel. So So it's a lot of people still traveling thinking you won't get in trouble. Well, a New York man, Tariq Peters is his name. He traveled to Hawaii despite his mama telling him not to go, and her son has now been arrested for refusing to quarantine. She currently has no sympathy for him. According to the New York Post, Marcia Peters told her son not to go in the first place. He had no business going there, is what she added. The rules are all over. I told him not to travel. I told him not to go. I told him to cancel his vacation plans because he knows what's going on in America and all over. Well, Peters, 23, of the Bronx, went on the gram and was flexing. He was sunbathing. He was having a good time. Well, guess what? Authorities tracked him down and took him under arrest. So listen. If you are going to travel, make sure that you are not flexing on the gram. And then my thing is, why did the plane take him there if that's the case? Okay. According to CNN, authorities became aware of his social media posts from citizens who saw him on the beach with a surfboard and sunbathing. That means that your peoples snitched on you. You got snitched on. He was arrested last Friday on $4,000 bail. His mom said, "Where I'm gonna get $4,000 from?" Now, my thing is, a trip to Hawaii is not cheap. So if you went to Hawaii, you should have 4 bands sitting around. Okay? He arrived in Oahu on Monday and immediately started to enjoy his vacation. He was immediate with it. Immediate. And that violates the 14-day quarantine rule all tourists must adhere to. So I guess in Hawaii, you can travel there, but you have to quarantine for 14 days. Well, the Hawaii Attorney General, Claire Connor, said, "We appreciate the assistance of local people who spot flagrant violations of our emergency rules on various social media sites and report them." Listen, social media is going to be the death of some of us. Okay? It's going to be the death of some of us. You got to sit it down. If you going to do something you know it's not legal, why in the hell are you putting it on social media? And let me tell you something. I'm from back in the day where I ain't got it. I'm so tired of people having it on the media. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm from the day where drug dealers didn't want to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like now the drug dealer, like, I got the dope, I got the keys, and here a gun. I'm from back in the day where you could not snap. If you snapped a picture around a drug dealer when I was growing up, what? They gonna snatch your camera. They go, "Is you the feds?" I mean, like, you might get interrogated. Now I'd be like, "Listen, the gun's in the back room in the bottom drawer. I stay at 18745 Plymouth. I got 40 keys and 40 guns. They all right here with me. I got $2,000 in my pocket. I'm finna walk to the store by myself. Meet me there." I be like, damn. Like, what happened to I ain't even got it. Listen, I don't care what you ask me if I got. Sometimes I ain't got it. Sometimes I do got it. But you ain't gonna know if I got it when I got it, because I'm gonna tell you I ain't got it when I don't got it and when I got it. I ain't got it. I want to ride low key. I ain't got it. Listen, what is wrong with y'all? Not a man all locked up in Hawaii. I'm pretty sure it's better than being locked up in New York, though, because I heard Rikers is not no joke, and the prison population is getting the coronavirus much more heavier. So let me drink my little kombucha and move on. Speaking of people flying out and all that, your boy Bow Wow. I guess we don't call him Lil Bow Wow no more. We call him Bow Wow because he grown. You know what I'm saying? He was little. He's still little Bow Wow. Because I got a feeling that me and Bow Wow are the same height. And I'm 5'1", 5'2", 5. I'm 5'3", 5'2", and whatever. I'm a shorty, but I'm really the average height of a woman. The average height of a woman is 5'1", 5'2". If you taller than that, you a Neanderthal. Sorry, you big tall lady, you. Well, Bow Wow has a message for the groupies flying out the pandemic. He said, y'all willing to die for a Cash App alert. Okay, the country is gradually starting to open up again, and that means air travel is starting to pick up. But Bow Wow has a message for all of the groupies. Okay, he said you out here still willing to fly despite coronavirus outbreak. He headed to social media to post a detailed message to women getting flued out and putting their health risk out for clout. Bow Wow is no stranger to putting his opinion on social media, and this is what he says: "They say it ain't safe to fly. What do you hoes do? Get on a plane and take that picture on a pandemic natural tour." He say hoes flying out more than ever nowadays. They are willing to die for a cash app alert, new location, some hookah, and some D. They willing to die for the D. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say this. First off, I'm pretty sure Bow Wow done flued out somebody. Come on, your baby mama was a video girl, so you done flued out. Somebody, and no, I didn't just belch on there. You lying? It was a reverse inhale. I did I? I don't think so. I didn't. Anyway, the girls. There's somebody. I got to stop looking at the comments. Let me focus on what I'm doing. Ghetto self. He didn't flew somebody out. So that's what I mean about being judgmental. And in this pandemic, what I'm noticing is that people are judgmental. Like if you're not quarantining the way that they want you to, it's like you start to be condemned. Well, maybe they know something that you don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe it's something that they're not afraid of. Maybe their body is alkaline. Because I bet you guys didn't know this either. It is hard to be an alkaline vegan, but when your body is alkalized, viruses and disease cannot enter your body. Your body will fight it off. Your body will repel it. So, who's to say, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say that their bodies are not? And speaking of, because I brought that up, because I'm working on my own judgmental nature. I think that it is just natural as human beings to have some type of, for you to judge something. Because we have opinions. We were raised to be opinionated. We were raised to voice our opinion. But at times, I have to check myself. And I think that's just a part of growth or evolution. The evolution of me as a person is to understand that, hey, maybe I do it this way. Maybe they do it this way. Let them do it their way. You have to be okay with them doing it their way. You can't always push your way or the way that you feel off on the next person. And maybe you can ask them a question as to why they do that to get a better understanding. Maybe you can explain why you do it your way, but you can't look down on them for that. You know, because some people understand the fact that we need to go outside. We need to get sun. If you're an African American, you need sun. You will be sick without sun. You are supposed to get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight on your skin every day, as much as possible, because of the vitamin D that is in that sun. So if you notice places where they don't get a lot of sunlight, like San Francisco, Seattle, people it's like the number one suicide rates. Okay, and there are not a lot of African Americans in those places because we need that sun. Our skin dictates that we have to have melanin to stay as healthy as possible. So, hey, stop judging people when you see them at the park. Because I got that. You're at the park, yes. I'm not at the park sitting right next to someone. I'm at the park with my son. And if I want to sit in the sun on a blanket, leave me alone. Okay, you stay in the house, smelling them old vents with all that dust and dirt in them anyway, getting sick off dust and dirt in the same house. Stinking selves. Anyway, look, I got mad at him. I'm being judgmental. You stink. Remember when you was a kid, somebody, you be like, yo mama. They say anything. Oh, yo mama, and you stink. That was my favorite comeback. You stinking, yo mama. It didn't matter if you didn't stink. You stink. Everybody be like, she stank. Then they be crying, I don't stink. Yes, you do. And your mama stank too. I'm telling you, I had to fight a boy in the 6th grade. So Hoodrat story real quick. I'm going to get back off into this community first tax service news you may not be able to use. So I was in the 6th grade, right? And I was going to this little gifted middle school. You know, they always like to bust the kids from the hood. I always went to these gifted schools. As ghetto as my life was, you know, I was gifted. I was smart. So they taking me. So the bus stopped by this project called the Herman Gardens. If you from Detroit, you know the Herman Gardens. If you real young, you may not know. But if you anywhere 20s, 30s, you know the Herman Gardens. Notorious West Side Project. And so he lived in the Herman Gardens. And his mama was so embarrassing. I try not to be that embarrassing mama. Because I noticed mamas, shout out to the mamas for being so much less embarrassing than when I was growing up. Because it seemed like my mama and them didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They be standing there, bonnet, looking, you know, moo on, walking you to school in pajamas, smoking a cigarette, you know, popping it on the teacher, just all that. So his mama used to walk him to the bus stop all the time. She used to have these cats by her, and she was a big lady. She looked so funky. And the minute he got on the bus, he said something to me. I'm in your seat. I was like, yo mama stank. That's why them cats follow her every day, because she smell like fish. Your mama smell like fish. Cats follow your mama because she smell like tuna fish. The bus was rolling, okay? My mama name was Suzanne. So I was being a baby Susie. Because if you knew my mama could roast. My mama had the nastiest mouth in the world. It took me years to not be so nasty with my mouth. Like, if you think I got a nasty mouth now, you better know the evolution is real, okay? So I'm in the city. I'm 11 years old. Like, your mama smell like tuna fish. She smell like canned tuna. She smell like what I tell her? No, not potted meat. I said she smelled like salmon croquettes. Your mama stank. She smelled. I mean, it was just, and I just would not stop. When we got to school, he was like, "Oh, we gonna fight," and he had been in karate class. So remember, Karate Kid. This is real life. He put his hands up, and then you know how they put the one leg up. He put his leg up like he was gonna kick me. I grabbed his leg and just dropped him down to the ground. I just started stomping him. I was like famous in middle school for that fight because it was at the beginning of the 6th grade year. I was the first girl to beat a boy up. Because while he was up doing that little, I was like, boy, shut up. And I just grabbed his leg, the leg that was up, and just dropped him down to the ground. Well, you know, my mama was teaching me how to fight since I was like 4 or 5 years old, like, honestly. So I grabbed the leg, and then I took a desk and threw it on top of him and then started beating him up. I'm surprised they didn't expel me. But anyway, that was... Why did I do? I gotta repent for that. And what's so funny about it is, about 5 years ago, one of my classmates found him on Facebook and tagged me. Like, remember when you beat him up? I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? She thought it was so funny. I was like, oh, don't do him like that. I wonder if he flinched if he see me this day. But anyway, that's both. I'm a different person. I repent for that, God. God, you know my heart now. I didn't mean to call that man mama a can of tuna fish. Anyway. That last story in news you may not be able to use. That's back when I'm talking about I used to roast people. And if I could roast you and you had, like, you called me out my name, then we got to fight. But anyway. Grubhub. So a Grubhub driver allegedly runs over a woman with his car after she refused to practice social distancing. See what I'm saying? As food delivery service have become increasingly more popular, shout out to DoorDash. To me, that's the best one. And let's talk about that next hour on Tasty Tuesday. Do you like Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash? And I'm going to have to tell you, I like DoorDash. I'm going to tell y'all why. There has been a rise of questionable behavior at Chicago. Y'all know Chicago crazy. Shout out to Chicago, because Chicago be strong. That's one of our number one listener markets. Shout out to my boy Bobby, who I think spearhead that. He the king of the retired hood rats in Chicago. He's my fan. I'm gonna call him my radio fan club president in Chicago. But so shout out to Chicago. But this about y'all, Chicago. Chicago Grubhub driver is in hot water with authorities after allegedly running over a woman with his car following an argument about his refusal to social distance. TMZ reports. Y'all know I love me some TMZ too. A local Chicago Grubhub driver has officially turned himself in to authorities after allegedly running over a woman with his car. On May 15th in the Lakeview neighborhood on the north side of Chicago, Argentina Tanner, the owner of Miss T's Southern Fried Chicken, got into an argument with the Grubhub driver inside her restaurant, and it continued outside because he was outraged at being asked to social distance. Okay, according to Tanner, the man walked in, picked up the delivery order, and Tanner asked him to wait outside because she is currently only allowing one person inside her restaurant at a time. That's when she says things turned ugly and a verbal altercation ensued, including the man shouting and kicking the front door. Tanner and her daughter Bijan Early followed him outside to get his license plate and called the police. And while he was behind the wheel, he purposely accelerating, hitting Early with his car from behind. What the f-? Tanner says her daughter suffered multiple broken bones and had to require surgery for her injuries. She will likely recover, but the Grubhub driver in question reportedly is facing multiple charges following turning himself in because the entire incident was captured on video. Whew, them videos these days is real. Meanwhile, Grubhub has publicly condemned the alleged hit and run and says that the driver's credentials have officially been revoked. You think? The company is fully cooperating with Chicago police. Now, do you think that they went too far by standing behind his car and all that? Or do you think, I mean, he went too far, obvious. It's obvious he went too far now. We know that. You can't just run over people. You can't kick on doors, none of that. And if you can't do those type of jobs if you're not going to choose to have patience. You know what I mean? Like, that is a I got patience job. You know, if you're going to be a Grubhub driver, a Door Dasher, a Uber eater, you have to have patience. You have to know that when you pull up, the order may not be ready. Like, it's nothing that you can do with respect to that. So it's just like, I just wish that people, I just wish that people would understand that they have to exercise patience. You know, that's the main thing. And if you don't have patience, you don't need to be doing no DoorDash. And that's where you have to start thinking. And I think that a lot of people, and I talk about this all the time, being intentional with your actions. Now, I'm not always intentional. I do little stuff. That's how I got to a little car accident, moving too fast, stuff like that. But when you start to practice being intentional as much as possible, that means that you will think about your action before you do it. Do you know how many people are in prison because they just didn't think? You have to start thinking, because that one moment of vindication will end up with you locked up for a minute. And then when you locked up, then what? So my man's locked up. He can't do no more DoorDash orders, period. Or Grubhub, rather. So it is Tasty Tuesday. You are listening to the Retired Hood Rat Morning Show. It's your favorite, America's favorite retired hood rat comedian, T Barb. That's TBARB. You can follow me on the gram, TBARB_. You can also go like my fan page on Facebook, which is Comedian T Barb. I also have this book out, Faith Over Fear, Tales of a Retired Hood Rat. It is available on my website, which is www.tbarbisfunny.com. Also available on Amazon Kindle. If you know a book club, you know a bookstore, you know a digital platform that is good for me, DM me with it. Say, hey, T-Barb, join this book platform, join this book club. I'm trying to get this book out to the masses because I feel that the book is going to help someone. And that's what I'm all about. Let's evolve together. And sometimes people need to read someone else's story. That's why I think it's so important that you tell your story. There is something unique in each and every person's story that just needs to be told. So, tell your story. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know your story. It's the Retired Hood Rat Morning Show. Today is Tasty Tuesday. So, we got to come back with some 40 ball coaching. We got to end our show with some 40 ball coaching, rather. Let's come back and talk about, do you like DoorDash? Do you like Grubhub? Do you like Uber Eats? What's the difference? because it is a difference to me. One wants you to tip, one don't care if you tip. One got more free services than the other one. One tends to have better restaurants. So I'm wondering, do they pay better? I don't know how that part works. But let's talk about that. Also, of course, we got our last hour in news you may or may not be able to use. Don't forget, this week, we are going to be heard every day. So tomorrow's Reggie Wednesday. We got Thirsty Thursday, Effed Up Friday. But next week, so starting Monday, Memorial Day, May 25th, we have a different structure of the show. The show's going to come on at 9 a.m. So you used to being on at 8 a.m. ready, woke at this next week at 9 a.m., 9 to 12 instead of 8 to 11. And we will be on Monday and Friday. So that'll give you all the time during the week. And of course, if you miss T-Barb Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday till we get back to that, then you can go listen to me on the app. You have to get the app. Now, if you're online on the on the website, that's all good. But if you want to hear the podcast, you do that on the app. And the app is Streetz with a Z Radio. Streetz 313. So the app is Streetz 313. Okay, so make sure that you go to Streetz 313 up in the top left-hand corner. If you click that, there's an alarm clock for you to put in Monday at 9. So it'll send you an alert that Monday at 9 is coming on. And then you also can click down and click podcast. And you can hear any of the shows. You can hear Focus Unfiltered, which is our nightly show that comes on from 9 to 12 with your girl B Focus. You can hear Triple C, which is shout out to engineer Miss Toy Toy, which is Miss Toy Toy's show, Triple C Chronic, Cognac, and Conversation, which comes on from 4 to 7 every Saturday and Sunday, with a Detroit Power Hour from 4 to 5 and live talk show from 5 to 7. So you can hear all of those shows. We have some other episodes. And next week, I will be focusing on uploading all of the shows. So if you want to hear all your favorites, you want to play something back, all that, it's going to be available for you on that app. So you can go check it out. And what I want you to do is tell your friends, send them the app. Okay, all you got to do is click it, and you can click share the app. You can also share that podcast so they can know about the Retired Hoodrat Morning Show. The good part about that app, too, and those podcasts is that there are no song breaks. So it's just straight talk, just me, because I got a big-ass mouth. Me for 2 hours talking with my big mouth. Okay, so make sure that you check that out and that you let them know what's going on. Of course, it's time for a quick song break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to listen to a song or two and go get you something to drink. Drink up your water. Hydrate yourself. Let's come back and talk Tasty Tuesday. First, I'm going to give you guys a drink recipe because I've just been like the bartender of the year. I'm adding that to my repertoire. I've never made good drinks in my life, so let me tell you that. I'm the nasty drink. I'm the one that's like, what is this? Now, I'm stepping my game. Quarantine, I'm learning how to be a bartender. Let's talk yum. Let's talk food. What is the difference between the food delivery services? And of course, we're going to end our show with our 40 ball coach. And I'm going to teach you what to do with that 40 ball, how to ball hard with the 40. Because remember, just because you're getting extra money don't mean you should be spending extra money. Right now is the time to invest that money, hold on to it, pay off some credit card debts, and do something like we talked about on Manifestation Monday for Money Matters. But we'll be right back. Go tinkle. Go do what you got to do. It's the Retired Hoodrat Morning Show with comedian T-Barb.
Want to increase your income in 2020 while helping others in your community? Well, Community First Tax Services is looking for mobile tax preparers for the 2020 tax season. There is no experience needed. Training, marketing, and tax software included. Community First Tax Service is local and willing to help you get to the next level. So for more info on how to become a tax preparer, visit us at learnthetexbiz.com. That's learnthetexbiz.com. Community First Tax Services.
I reminisce with bliss of when we was closer and wake up to be greeted by an argument again. You act like a 10, so immature. I try to concentrate on the cure and keep looking at the front door, thinking if I were to evacuate, you'd probably be straighter than straight and wouldn't have so much hate. Cause you don't know the pain I feel when I see you smiling. And when I roll up, you start wilding. So I front like everything's hunky-dory, but it's a whole different story. You don't like the fact that I'm me. I don't put on a show when it comes time for you to have company. And your friends don't understand your choice of man. They speak proper while my speech is from a garbage can. But regardless, you shouldn't have to be so raw. I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. Baby, I'm looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. And when you're with your friends, I glide to the side until the spotlight is mine. And never sabotage a good time. But when they're not around, the fights commence. I'm the one you're against, and it doesn't make sense. Cause I'm the one that you claim to love for life. But all I get is gray hairs and strife. And I can play some old stuck-up rapper role and get foul every time you lose control. But that's not my order of operations. So I should win an award for lots of patience. Cause that's all a fella can have with a girl who's shooting up his world like Shav. And I don't think that I can take it anymore. I'm looking at the front door. 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 My friends always tell me how I'm lucky to possess the best looking girl in the whole US. But every time you scream, you blow your finesse, trying to diss the professor. Or 24 hours of acting sore. Sometimes I wish you'd come down with lockjaw, so I don't have to take in the breaking. You treat me like a burnt piece of bacon. It seems like just 2 years back when we were bonded and not pierced. But now I keep itching the jet, sitting in a chair just to stare, set to sprint. Yo, sweetheart, you better take a hint. I say it now like I said it before. I'm looking at the front door. 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 I'm out of here. Tell me, don't you?
What up, though? It's your girl, comedian T-Bar, reminding you to tune in every morning, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Retired Hoodrat Morning Show on the Streetz Radio.
T-bar. Puff Daddy make 'em cream. The L-Y-T to the E make 'em scream. And I'ma show enough be the boss on this team. So all you MCs, how I miss it, make the green. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. Say I'm shady.
That's right.
That's me, complicated rap star, meet like the MC. You see, I'm on to your baby and your mechanism. How you hit it when you're in it so hot, you keep it sizzling. The ooh, ah, she ooh, and all of that too. Keep me wetted in the waters of Kalamazoo. Who you come in with? Where your posse at? But leave the boys alone. Tell her you won't be back. I got the cheese, baby. My cheddar's better. I got that milk, for that I'm a redder. Trust you, me, I'll blow up shop. Have a little nigga calling the cops. Watch. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body, body, body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body.
Upside down, you turning me, turning me. Round and round, you turning me, turning me.
I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body. I rock the party that rocks the body. You rock the party that rocks the body.
Upside down, you turning me, turning me. Round and round, you turning me, turning me. Upside down, you turning me, turning me.
Drums, please. Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes and moves romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run around and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime. Sort of a buzz, but back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what happened is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep or your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on Lorenzo's. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody go. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around and see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad, I compose this rhyme to hip you and to get you equipped for the summertime. Till the
be on repeat. Back shots to the beat of on you. Got me acting like you got a milli on you. You say I'm the goat, you're the Billy on you. I can make all your dreams come true. Wanna fall through, then you better come true. But don't make me wait until the morning. Got a bed, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Got a kiss, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Love me good, love me down, so turn me down. Got a bed, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Strawberry lingerie, waiting for you, strawberries lingerie. You told me you on the way. Messed around, put it down on you. I'ma do everything I said I'm gon' do. Pretty little body, it look better on you. Might have to blow it like a feather on you. What if was, ooh yeah, you better come true. But don't make me wait until the morning. Got a bed, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Got a kiss, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Love me good, love me down, so turn me down. Got a bed, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Yo, he in my starting five. He get his city live. These niggas scared they doing 50 and a 55. I'm trying to clap him like somebody told him give me 5. I'ma be a half an hour, but I told him give me 5. I'm trying to dance on him, blow my advance on him. I like him better when he got some sweatpants on him. I like his hang time. He said his head right. I said go all the way down and then head right. I watch him fuck it up. Look at him lucking up. I said you need some thick skin, baby, suck it up. He go insane on it. I put my fame on it. Could up his Zane on it, but I put your name on it. I got a bag, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Got a kiss, put your name on it. Put your name on it. Love me good, love me down, so turn me down. Turn it down, baby. Put your name on it. Put your name on it.
What up, though? What up, though? Welcome back to the Retired Hoodrat Morning Show. That was your girl, Nicki Minaj, and that song is called Bed. Ow. How many people got a bed? Who is Corona starving? And y'all know exactly what I mean. I ain't gonna go all off into it, but it's a lot of people since the Rona been going on. They don't see nothing wrong. I'm just saying, who done got they FaceTime game up? I don't see nothing wrong. Ow. Y'all ain't know I could hit a little note too. T-Barb can hit a little. Now, don't ask me to hit them all the time now. But I can hit a little. I don't see nothing wrong with a little Brian, baby. Ow. Anyway, welcome back to the Retired Hoodrat Morning Show. It's your girl, comedian T-Barb, live on the Streetz Radio. Don't forget, starting next Monday on the 25th, we are coming to you at 9 a.m. So we're going to give you an extra little hour to lay down, because I know you don't want to miss that first hour. That first hour is so critical when it comes to that positive word of the day, that prayer of the day. I don't want you to miss it. So we going to come on from 9 to 12, and then I'm going to hit you on Monday, and I'm going to hit you on Friday. But that does not mean for you not to listen to the street radio, Mitches, because we are on every day, 24 hours a day. There are music. There are shows live other than just the Retired Hoodrat Morning Show. So keep tuning in. We got an old school power hour, Detroit music classics all day long from 2 to 9 o'clock. You can get your iceware bezos, your cash dials, your Monzies, all of that street music that you want to hear, because we live in the streets with it. And don't forget, we got shows like in the evening from 9 to 12. We got Focus Unfiltered, and she is unfiltered with all of the latest gossip, hottest news, and just all of the liveliness. We also have on the weekends, of course, that Triple C, that Chronic Cognac Conversations from 4 to 5. You can hear all the hottest, the peasies, everything. Slang your dope in your car. Then from 5 to 7, guess what? It's time to talk with your girl Toy. She got that tea. She got those hot topics, and she gonna be drunk because it's chronic cognac conversation. She getting drunk on the air with y'all. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She gonna be drunk. And I love listening to the show because I can hear the progression. I'll be like, ooh, she go from, yes, everything is positive. And another thing, I was gonna smack this girl. I said, oh, yeah, Toy. That. And she highlights a different cognac. So if there's cognacs you not up on, like she put me up on the Martell Blue Swift, like just the different cognacs. And if you got some cognacs you want to submit, make sure you hit up the streetsradio@gmail.com. Send Miss Toy, tell her what kind of yak you be sipping on and that you think she should try. You never know. She might try live on air. And she also, listen, y'all, she also takes y'all confessions. So if it's something y'all been doing on the low, nasty, or a question you got that you scared to ask, if you hit up Miss Toy on the gram, that's MSTOYTOI, and DM her, she will put it out there. I didn't seen her, so I might even have to ask her something and to have her put it out there because we so busy lying, but I still want her to ask. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you checking out those shows also. So like I was saying, it's Tasty Tuesday. Do you like Grubhub? Do you like DoorDash? Do you like Uber Eats? Or are you scared of it all? Now, I've come to find out that DoorDash is my new little favorite. Uber Eats is so watered down. I feel like the restaurant selection on Uber Eats is not as good. Grubhub is like the hood of deliveries to me. That's where you gonna get your JJ's chicken, your Manhattan. If you in Chicago, that's where you gonna get your Sharky's chicken. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Harold's is on Grubhub. DoorDash is more like, I want some sushi. You know what I'm saying? I feel like DoorDash is your sushis, your squids, your fresh fish. And I feel like Uber Eats is like your McDonald's, your White Castle, your Burger King. And then, just so you know, DoorDash says, do you want a tip? They're trying to, I'm putting y'all up on something. This is a Hoodrat tip, Tasty Tuesday tip. On DoorDash, it makes it seem like you have to tip, but you do not have to tip, okay? Had to tell my friend, you do not have to tip if you don't want to, because it says, so in the tipping bar, it'll say 3, 4, 5, or other. You can click other and put 0 in, because sometimes I like to tip in cash. Let me tell you why. Okay, first off, that income is not recorded. Maybe that's from somebody who a low-key gangster. Don't tell Community First I said this. But they may not want that income added as taxable income. When you tip at a restaurant and you use a credit card, do you know that goes into their taxable income? So they're taxing their tip. So if you don't want their tip tax, I like to give them a tip in cash. It's not that I'm not tipping, it's that I'm giving them a tip in cash. Just because I don't want it taxed. Maybe they don't want to pay 6 cents on their dollar. Maybe all they made was $5 today. And we all know that delivery drivers and waitresses, and because delivery drivers are the new waitress. Like you don't have a waitress. Matter of fact, shout out, I miss my favorite waitress at my favorite restaurant. But we don't have those anymore. So you have to just make sure that you click 0. And if you need to give the tip on your card, then do that. But you don't have to. You can give them a cash tip. All of the delivery services now have touchless. So like mine yesterday, one thing I will say, if you are a delivery driver, stop leaving the food on the ground. Hang it on the doorknob. I don't want my food on the ground. And he did do that. I ate it anyway. But I still was like, oh, why did he do that? Put it on the doorknob. And also, another tip with delivery services is, they say special instructions. So after you order your food, you go down, you put your special instructions. I don't want eggs. I don't eat eggs. That's one thing I don't eat. I still cook eggs, but I don't eat eggs. And I love eggs, by the way, but I just don't eat them. It's one thing that I don't compromise on is eggs anymore. And I had to put no eggs, but you can also tell the restaurant He said, "What's my favorite restaurant called Inyo?" Somebody asked what my favorite restaurant. Hey, Lollipops, thank you. My favorite restaurant's Inyo. Shout out to Kyle. So what I like to do is tell them to wrap my food up. So I tell the restaurant, please bag and tie my food. If you ordering French fries, you better know that the delivery driver probably didn't ate 2 or 3 of your French fries. It is a unspoken rule that you eat people French fries. Because you got to be honest with yourself. How many times have you picked up a French fry and you ate one? Even if you was picking it up for your kid, for your home, you dipped your hand in there and ate a damn French fry. So, you used to DoorDash? Did you eat people French fries, Toya? Yeah, turn it on. Okay, so Toya says she used to DoorDash. Did you used to eat people French fries?
I never ate anybody French fries, but I did do some slick stuff and say I couldn't find the person, and I got to keep their food and ate it. I was hungry, y'all.
So, hold on. Hold on. So, they don't come out your check?
Nah. But it gotta be done a certain way. Like, I couldn't find a house at first, and then DoorDash, well, you got a time frame from when you gotta drop stuff off to them, and I didn't. My time was up, and then so DoorDash alerted me like, well, what's going on? And I said I can't find the location, and they gave me the option to call, so I did make sure I called the person and I texted them. They didn't answer, so I contacted DoorDash and I told them what happened. They said, okay, well, we're gonna cancel the order. So I had a whole stack of 30.
So did they have to pay for it still?
No. It depends on how it's done too on the customer's end. The customer was like, well, my person never dropped it off, and I was like, I couldn't find it. And then sometimes if I can't find it and they ain't answering, I'll put that I left the food. Like, you could leave the food on the curb or near the vicinity if you want to also. They end up making another order and they got that. So I got a stack of 30 and they got a stack of 30.
Oh, man. Well, at least they still got their food, but listen.
I never have eaten someone else's food and gave it to them, though. Like, I don't want that karma on me, but yeah.
I'm just saying, I feel like, because sometimes, like, I'm going to tell you, one time I ordered from Del Taco. Yes, I'm putting you out here, Del Taco. And Del Taco is one of my favorites, so I was very upset when I got this food and it just was not right. But it seemed so open, I didn't want to eat it. It seemed like
they went in it?
I don't know. It just wasn't wrapped up properly.
I questioned if my DoorDasher drunk some of my Chick-fil-A lemonade.
Ugh.
After the fact, I was like, wait, this was just open. He could have stuck his finger in it or anything. It was the frozen lemonade from Chick-fil-A. And when you get it from them, it's a cap, but it's open where it shouldn't even be a cap, really. And the straw, it was already in it, too. So I'm like, why would y'all give me this with the straw in it, too? And I'm like, what if he took a swig? I wouldn't know. Well, yes, I would, because it would have been frozen lemonade residue on the upper part of the straw. But that's just a risk. That's a risk. But yeah, as a DoorDasher, I've never. And, this one lady was rushing me one time, and I dropped her stuff off in time. I got lost, and then my phone died. But I still dropped her food off in the time before I was late for DoorDash's drop off time, and she was like, "Cancel my order. I don't want it because my fries cold." I personally feel like you shouldn't order anything that got to do with fries from DoorDash, period, because they're going to be cold.
Fries or drink. I would never have ordered a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I just would not have ordered a drink. I just feel like that drink was like so much.
The reason I say the fries is because they're going to be cold.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've been out DoorDashing and I got an alert to pick up a second order while I'm at that restaurant. So, it's not like I'm picking up one order and coming straight to you. That's not always the case, and you risk your fries being cold. But I went from Buffalo Wild Wings on Royal Oak to that area 7 Mile near the lodge. The drop off was around there. Went straight there, and she's like, cancel my order. I said, well, go through your app and cancel the order. No, you need to contact No, you need to contact DoorDash because I'm right here. She was just basically, I don't know if she was trying to get a credit with them, but DoorDash said drop her food off and leave it in front of her house. They told me to leave her food in front of her house and continue with dashing because they not refunding her nothing. I think she was a repeat offender.
Okay.
And the lady, I like verbally was speaking to this lady, and because they'll text you, but this lady, like, she ended up calling. She was like, she will not be receiving a refund for this purchase.
Okay, so DoorDashing from Pakistan like everybody else.
Yep,
okay.
yep,
Okay,
Not
Pakistani.
everybody, but that particular lady was.
Okay, I'm just saying the customer
And
service.
then I
be-
told them at this point I didn't feel like I was safe because this lady was going ham on me too, and I was like, I don't even feel safe going back by her house at this point. But yeah, she probably shouldn't have ordered fries because in that situation, like, I wasn't over the drop off time either. I like DoorDashing though. This one guy was like, "Damn, I wish we could pick who drop our food off every time." I was like, "Well, thank you. You can leave me an extra tip."
okay. Well,
I don't like working for Postmates though.
Why? Oh, I forgot about Postmates. I've never ordered from them.
Don't.
I mean, so I didn't even think to include Post. So what's the difference between Postmates, DoorDash, and the other services?
Well, Postmates, I will say, like, you may be able to get something from a gas station or like stuff like
A
that.
gas station? Like you can get chips or something?
Yeah. Yeah, if they got that set up at they establishment, like I was doing Postmates one time and this lady wanted some Ben and Jerry ice cream, so I really went to the liquor store / gas station and I got the Ben and Jerry ice cream and delivered it. They wanted
Wow.
some ice
So
cream.
Postmates, so you can order food and stop at the gas station, or it's just go to the gas station?
It's that particular gas station that had the Postmates account, and that person was able to select and pick the items out of that location. Postmates pays the deliverers less, and that's why I like Postmates. DoorDash paid me better, and it's certain areas that tip the people. They tip better. They tip. Oh my God, that Troy area. Oh, I love DoorDashing over there. But I used to have to go home when the street lights came on because my front headlight out. But I ain't want the Troy police will pull you over, okay? But they I noticed a difference with tipping versus in the city. They tip a lot better. I will say that. And then DoorDash pay good too.
Okay. So
But-
DoorDash pay the best.
Yeah. But it's like, if I would say only order really from Postmates, like how Marcus said, you can get stuff from the liquor store.
Oh.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to keep. So do they buy blunts or just food at the liquor store?
I could pick up wraps, liquor. If that liquor store or gas station has a Postmate account and you get on there and you see it, you can get it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to Postmates. I'm gonna have to download.
And
Do they have?
Shipt.
So do they
Shipt
give you like a
also.
free who?
Shipped.
Now I listen. Shipped got me for 100, and Marcus Poole say Postmates will go to the liquor store. How you know they will? So they get you some liquor?
You gotta upload your ID showing that you 21.
Shit, y'all done messed up.
Yeah,
You
can
know
get
you done
liquor
messed up. Is
delivered
it
to you.
expensive though?
I haven't actually did it myself, but you know, you go pay the price of the liquor, then you go pay the price of using the service, and then there's the delivery fee. So it's extra fees on there, and I'm pretty sure that establishment that is using Postmates, and went up on the price a little bit. Cause you ever order something off of DoorDash and you go in a restaurant and be like, that price ain't the same. Like DoorDash, like those delivery app places, the price be different on their menu versus actually going in there. So I'm pretty sure the store owner that hiked up the liquor price, you got to pay a delivery fee, you got to pay a service charge, and possibly tip the Postmate person. So you got 4 different fees added on right there just to get some Hennessy. I'm gonna walk to the corner store, but sometimes you can't. or
I'm
don't
saying, but
wanna
my
go.
thing is you at the crib.
It's nice to have
Especially
an
when you
option.
getting drunk and you don't want to drink and drive to get drunk some more. Because sometimes that's
That's
how we get in trouble.
That's
When
true.
you drinking and like you got that little corner and you know after you make this drink, you gonna want another drink. That's what a Postmate experience gonna come right on in. Cause don't drink and drive to get drunk some more while you drunk. People getting drunk driving while they drunk to get more drunk. No, that's what Postmates is for. Damn, thank you. I didn't even know that. That is, listen, Tasty Tuesday be teaching you some stuff. Thank you,
very
Toya. So Postmates will get your liquor. I'm about to download it right now. And on top of that, you know they got like all these discount codes when you first download stuff. So I don't know if y'all like me got 25 different Grubhub, 25 different Grubhub accounts or whatever just to get that 15 off your first order. That's me. Like every little credit card I got a little Grubhub. So
I'm like
you know
that
what I'm
with the Make It Count app.
saying?
That's where you get 40 cents off the gallon at participating marathons. So every time I gotta fill up, I just make a new account with a new phone number and a new email address, and I get 40 cents off my gallon.
Ooh.
And it'll tell you what marathon gas stations you can go to use it at.
Ooh.
I likes that. I be trying to tell everybody like download, make it count, and just keep in rotation, keep on back. They don't check, they don't see nothing to verify nothing. So I had one name. My one name was Ruby Woo, Miss Jenkins. Like I be making up some retarded names. I done did Beyonce Knowles before on there, and just making up a crazy email address. And yep, I'm gonna get my 40 cents off the gallon. But I love those apps like that for the convenience. And then if it's something where I can use a discount, go use it. Most definitely.
Sound good. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm sorry because I didn't get caught up. So this lady asked for my feedback on something. So I did.
Okay. Well, you got a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
Oh, I do. Okay, so first off, it's time for news you may or may not be able to use. I'm also going to tell you I am going to be in this Chopped competition with Eating Good. That's ETTNGOOD. So Eating Good next Monday, which is also Memorial Day. Remember, next Monday, meet us here at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Meet us here. That's what time we're going to be on instead of 8. And then also, you're going to check me out on the Chopped Live with Eating Good. So make sure you go like their Instagram page, ETTNGOOD. So you can check me out. I'm going to battle 2 other chefs, and they're going to give me a mystery box. I don't know what's in the box, but it's a mystery box. Hold on. Who is this calling me? Let's see, because you know I'm ghetto. Hello?
Hey, sweetie.
Hey.
I saw you say I hate giving criticism.
Oh, you know what? And listen, and listen, in 2 seconds, I am live on air. So you live on air. I'm gonna call you at 11 o'clock as soon as my show is over.
Ooh, okay, be blessed.
No problem. I'll call you back. I promise I will.
All right, thank you.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm ghetto. Look, I used to answer for my kid's school. Yeah, I used to hear him like, Mama, a kid threw up on my pants. I'd be like, wipe it off. It's like that. I ain't no good. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I like cooking. I like challenging myself to just cooking new things. I think that there are things that we get from our parents. So like the funny stuff, I definitely get from my daddy. I get a little bit. My mama was funny too. She was a roaster though.
Because it sounds like you had some stories.
I do. I have my God. I have like story after man. I think that I probably could write 40 books and still have some more shit to talk about. Like for real, I've had some of the most interesting experiences. But the cooking, my mother was like very experimental. My mother was eating lamb chops when they wasn't popular. Mm-hmm. So like now everybody eating a lamb lollipop, probably eating some squirrel, but they don't know. But anyway, my mother didn't eat pork. So when she was in prison in the 70s, she was hanging with these Muslims, and my mother just was like, since 1974, she never ate any pork. Mm-hmm. So my mother was getting lamb chops back in the 80s and 90s and frying them like pork chops. Mm-hmm. She was getting the big blade cut, dredging them in flour, frying them, boys, delicious. We also were the first people to have a turkey that we cut up. So everybody's like, yo, mama weird. Now you got the turkey grill and all that. My mother was the first person to cut a turkey up like a chicken and fry it. My mother used to barbecue turkey.
Fried turkey is good.
It is.
I don't know why people be sleeping.
I'm talking about in 89, 90. Like now it is. But like back then people was like, yo, mama weird. But my mama was like cutting up a turkey piece and barbecuing it. My mother was taking catfish steaks and barbecuing them. My mother would barbecue fish. Like matter of fact, my mother was so creative that we didn't have a real barbecue pit. I can't remember a time we had a real barbecue pit. My mother took bricks, and then she would put the charcoal on top of the bricks and take a grate from an old refrigerator, and that's how we would barbecue. Absolutely.
That's the homemade grill for real.
Yeah, no, oh my God. You ain't let
I'm
me
about
tell
to
you.
do that in my parking lot because I'm barbecuing this weekend. Because I'm tired of this and I ain't got no balcony or no porch or nothing. So I'm gonna do it in the parking lot.
I'm going in because I got a fire pit. So but you can come over. I got my fire pit. I'm gonna put it together.
Meat to put on the grill.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put. And my neighbor next door got the egg, so she got an egg grill. Yes, Miss Doreen, we are. It's like a special grill. It's shaped like an egg. It gets really hot. You can smoke with it. You can cook. It's really nice.
Girl, because when you said egg, I'm like, everybody got eggs now.
No, it's a grill that's shaped like an egg, and it has a very thick, like it's thick.
Okay.
It's not a thin grill, and then it has like a smoker level, and it's really nice.
So she can make like a smoked corn.
She can make a smoked anything. She can do all kind of stuff. But
I'm gonna go over there like, hey neighbor.
she gonna be cool. We gonna have a good time this weekend. I said. Yeah.
Okay. Is she the basil lady?
She the basil lady.
Okay,
Yes, my neighbor grows basil and brings it to me. So I love my neighbor. I'm very fortunate to love my neighbor. But
see, my neighbors fight and piss on the carpet.
Don't have fighting pissing on the carpet, neighbors.
Yeah, my neighbor baby mama pissed outside his door, which is too close to my door. So I be watching him. I call it the peephole.
So my thing is, they didn't ban her from the building.
No, the po-pos was there 2 days ago when I made that post about.
Who the hell pisses on the ground?
She got a probation officer. I don't know what she went to jail for, but because I heard him say, like, I'm gonna call your PO. I was like, that's right, Alberto. You tell her.
I was just finna say, how do you know she on probation? That is too funny.
I'm the neighbor that I ain't gonna get in your junk. I was gonna say I don't tell it, but I just told y'all. But I'm a listen. I'm a listener. I know all their business.
Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh my. Okay, she know all they business. Okay, shout out to Miss Toy Toy for them. See, I don't need no neighbors like that. I don't.
Too thin.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was a hit and run on the corner. Do you know I didn't even hear the noise, no or nothing? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All out the window.
Yeah. So you said, you know.
So I'm excited for you to come on, Chato.
I am too.
I'm excited to see what everybody's gonna make.
I cannot wait. I think that it's going to be an amazing experience. I've already solicited my friend Jackie. She don't know it, but Jackie, we're gonna have Jackie pick up the box. So I'm not just looking. Well, I might pick up the box. So
you can pick it up. Just I don't want you to look in it.
I'm not. Well, I might have her pick it up, and then we're gonna go grocery shopping. You know that like yesterday, for example, I pulled out my black sea salt. Which has a very distinct flavor. It's like totally different than anything you've ever tasted. It's different. It tastes like eggs a little bit. Really? Yeah. So if you're a vegan, if you're a vegan and you're looking for an eggy taste, black sea salt is what you want. It's also very good for digestion, bloating, gas, all that kind of stuff.
I got a lot of that.
Yeah, me too. So it didn't calm down a little bit with my black sea salt, but it's like I like experimenting with flavors, and I think that seasonings really make food. Like I'm not an advocate. I don't like seasoning salt. If you use seasoning salt, you can use it on some stuff. Like if you frying some chicken or something, you just trying to get away with being quick. But to me, if you use seasoning salt, you really can't cook. That's my opinion on Tasty Tuesday.
I agree. And I do feel like, you know how some people measure their seasoning? No. You got to stop sprinkling when the seasoning gods tell you to stop.
Well, you know what? I think that if you're not a chef or you don't cook, you should measure.
Yeah, if you don't cook, yeah.
Because my thing is that's when you messed up trying to be like the big dogs. Now, after you get to cooking a while, because you got to think about somebody like me who's cooking food that I'm not eating. A lot of times I am cooking something that I will never taste. So I don't measure a lot then either because I used to eat it.
Yeah.
But if I know a lot of people ask me, well, how do you know it's seasoned right?
The seasoning guys, you tell them that.
Well, what I do is I smell it.
I did that yesterday.
You can smell it.
Because I was like, ooh, this smells too peppery. Like I know when I got the right amount of garlic, salt, and pepper, like them smells come together. It's a distinct smell, especially if it's on some raw meat. it is a distinct smell.
It's
It
a
smells
distinct
so
smell.
amazing though.
And
But
you know that you're not going to season turkey as much as you're going to season beef because it's a lighter meat. You know that you're not going to season fish as much. Like, for instance, you're not going to put as much salt. And that's what I mean by season. Because some stuff, you can put as much garlic and onion or different
I
flavoring
don't
as you
use a
want.
lot of salt. I try not to.
Sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. I use that with the
People
83
gotta be
natural minerals.
Careful with that though.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good, but you
It's
don't need a
salty.
lot. Yeah, it's
No.
salty. I done
It's
made a
salty.
mistake with that before.
You know what's a good salt flavor if you don't want to use just all salt? Iodine or dulce. So they have a seasoning called dulce, DULSE, and it is a sea flavoring. It's an iodine. It's an alternative to salt. So let's say if you have high blood pressure, you want to go get you some dulce. And they have different kinds. They have some that are very fishy, and they have some that are not. They have some that are like an iodine base, and you will want to use that if you're, because I can be heavy-handed on the salt. Honestly, I've of course cut back on that a lot, but I can be. I like salt, but I try not to make things too salty, and hopefully my clients and stuff understand that I've been using a lot of different seasoning. Like I like onion
What's
powder.
your favorite? I got a feeling I know what you about to say though.
What?
Okay, so I think you gonna say garlic powder, but what's your favorite seasoning?
It's probably a cross between onion and garlic powder.
Yeah.
It is. I like garlic powder. I like onion powder. I don't believe you should put garlic on everything. Everything it's a place.
I'm that person.
You put garlic on everything. But I like, and when it comes to seasoning, I like fresh garlic a lot of times. So sometimes it's not garlic powder. You need the fresh.
So I got a confession. I've only probably chopped up fresh garlic once.
You can buy minced garlic.
Yeah, that's what I get. It's in a tube where you just squeeze it out. I love that stuff.
You can get tube, or you can get a jar of it.
I seen the jar.
The jars, and because sometimes you want to, like, especially if you're doing onions and peppers and you like
Ooh, that's
sauteing
so
them,
good with some
you
garlic,
want to put some
minced garlic.
minced garlic in there. Garlic is also very good for your blood pressure. It's good for, it's really good for you. Good for your digestive tract. What I do like, let me think. What is one of my favorite underrating is I like a basil. Basil is very underrated. Oregano is very underrated and I like a lot of herbs. So I love
Italian.
rosemary,
I've been
thyme.
using a lot of Italian seasoning, but you know all those things are in
Yeah.
Italian seasoning.
I love rosemary, thyme. I love basil. Now I have a basil plant. My neighbor, I use a lot of fresh basil
So
now.
does that taste different?
Fresh?
You know
Absolutely.
how I don't like cilantro, fresh cilantro. I'll be like, oh my god, it's so.
You like dried cilantro.
Cause guess what? I challenged myself. I went and bought some dried cilantro, and cause when you told me that the fresh cilantro tastes different from the dried, if somebody tell me something, I'm gonna test it out.
Right.
So,
Because that's when I was cooking and I had the fresh and then I had some dry. So I didn't put, yeah.
I went to go get some. I made some. What did I make? I think that was some fish. Yeah, I did some scallions, and then it was like mixed vegetables and stuff. And I put some of the dried cilantro in it. I didn't taste it. Well, I don't say I didn't taste it. The food was good, but I didn't taste the soap. Because cilantro will ruin a meal if it's overpowering. And yeah, so it's no fresh cilantro.
It's very strong, but dried, it's almost like having a fresh vegetable versus like sun-dried tomatoes taste totally different
so
from
good, yeah.
regular tomatoes. So you can get a fresh herb. So to me, I like fresh basil more than I like dry basil, but I like them both for their own reasons. You know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place for each herb, and I know it's a lot of stuff that I've never tasted, and I like. That's how I ended up with the black sea salt. So before the Rona, I would go to TJ Maxx, and TJ Maxx and Marshalls are like key places where you can get some stuff that you probably never had or never seen. Like I learned about different, and my son is a pepper guy, so he doesn't like bell peppers, but he loves like ghost peppers and jalapenos. I've learned the difference between the because you think about a fresh jalapeno is different from a jarred jalapeno. And did you know that they have dried jalapeno seasoning as well?
That I didn't know.
Yes,
I didn't know
yes,
they
they
had
did.
dry jalapeno
Yes, they do.
seasoning, but knowing that he liked peppers now, Tell him to put some jalapeno peppers in his popcorn with some Parmesan cheese shake. It's so good.
And I like Parmesan. I don't eat cheese, but I like to put Parmesan cheese shake on top of fish. It gives it a great crust.
Yes.
And listen to this. I'm about to put you up on some Dijon mustard and Parmesan shake mixed together, and you put it on top of fish or chicken, and you bake it.
Huh.
The mustard,
I got some Dijon mustard.
the
I'm gonna
mustard
do that
is going
today.
to brown it.
Uh-huh.
So mustard,
Do you use the mustard seasoning too, or you
no,
just only
just the mustard.
okay?
And then put the Parmesan shake in with it, mix it together, and then marinate it in there, and then bake it.
I got some red snapper I just thawed out too.
It's
I'm
gonna
about to
be
do
slapping
that.
because I actually put Dijon mustard inside of my salmon croquettes,
Mm.
and it gives it this little like, ooh, what's that? It's just
That
a little
bit of-
ting. Like,
That's how I feel
ooh.
about sage. Like I don't make hamburgers. I'm not a big I don't want to say I'm a big hamburger person, but I gotta have a craving for a hamburger.
Uh-huh.
But when I do make a hamburger, my secret ingredient is that I put sage in it, and people will be like, "What did you do different?" And or sometimes I'll take like some A1 sauce and put that in
I'll
the
have.
meat before
I
cook
like
it.
that. I was gonna say my secret ingredient is Worcestershire.
That's good too.
Worcestershire on any type of red meat.
Mm-hmm.
So in my meatloaf and my burgers and my turkey burgers, 9 times out of 10 you gonna taste some. It's gonna be
Gonna have some
Worcestershire in there.
some
My
Worcestershire.
roast when you roast it, and I was supposed to be talking about something. When you roasting something in a crock pot or something, and even sometimes in my pork shoulder, like when I do my pulled pork,
That'll give it a whole nother flavor.
and when I make homemade barbecue sauce, because I like to make homemade barbecue sauce with tomato paste and stuff, I'm gonna put that in there.
that
it's
stuff
just-
is good.
A Worcestershire.
Oh, y'all, I'm so hungry.
Look at you, done got me talking about what I be
Well, it's
marinating
Tasty
and flavor.
Tuesday.
It's Tasty Tuesday, and it's funny because yesterday, what did I do? I had some chicken thighs, so I pulled the meat. So I like to if I make chicken, I like to make it a couple ways. So I pulled the meat and I did some fajitas with the yellow, red, and green bell peppers, a little bit of green onion mixed in there. And since I'm a vegan now, I do a whole lot more cumin than I ever had before. You know, cumin has a smell, but cumin will turn a veggie into a meat. So your black beans, if you want them to have a meaty taste, anything that you
give
want to
that.
have a meaty taste,
Okay.
you're gonna use the cumin on it. You don't have to use a lot
I
because
have some, but I don't use it as on a regular. The only reason I got it, I can't remember what I made, but it called for me to use the cumin.
well, chili.
Maybe that's what
Chili.
I
If you look at a chili seasoning package,
Yeah, last year I had a chili off.
cumin, and chili. Okay, so what's in a chili packet is cumin, chili powder, and it's like 2 other things that are in a packet. But that's what's the main ingredient in a chili is
You
cumin
know what turmeric reminds me of? A chili.
and turmeric and turmeric.
I put that in my smoothies.
Turmeric you have to be careful with, but it is another way to not only change the color, because that's like
Yeah.
paprika. Think about it. Only because it's a difference.
Paprika
You
don't
got
have the
paprika and
flavor.
you got smoked paprika. Smoked paprika has a sweet taste and it has more of a taste. Paprika to me tastes like nothing.
It do.
It's more for coloring purposes.
It's the pretty what's that stuff called? Parsley and paprika, in my opinion, is just for
Parsley
decoration.
just for looks.
It's decorations. but-
That's why that's how I ended up using basil and cilantro, because I wanted that look. But
You
watching
want some
Chopped,
flavor.
one thing on Chopped, they don't like when you put something on a plate that's a garnish that's not edible or does not go with the meal. So if you ever, when you watch Chopped on TV, they like, it's not to say that they don't want it, but when they're looking to deduct points, that's when they'll start deducting. Hey, you put this on the plate, but it wasn't a part of this meal, or you put this to everything on the plate should merge and mash with the meal. Even I'm working on my plate. My plating game ain't all that, but I be trying sometimes at home. Put 3 little dots in the corner and all that. But
I like doing stuff like that. Like my plate, I will say I can make a pretty plate. It's so funny because sometimes, most of the time, my food is good, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I done made some stuff and it wasn't nasty.
So,
and
oh
I
yeah.
was like, "Ooh, girl, you better put some hot sauce on that."
But it's just like a fight. Shit, you really can't fight if you ain't lost at least one.
Right, you go at least
Or
lose
like
some.
in comedy, people talking about, have you ever bombed? Hell, everybody. If you ain't
Everybody's
bombed, then
bombed.
you probably ain't been doing it. You know, so that's the way it is. Okay, so before we leave, so you did Eating Good. Y'all did a drink recipe. Let us share that because we ain't got to none of the segment we supposed to. But the Eating Good segment, drink recipe, what was it?
Yes, we had Nikki B, bartending by Bradshaw, as our Zoom guest for Eating Live After 5.
Okay.
And she made, oh man, I'm about to mess up the name of the drink. I think it was called a kabooyah. It was something like that, but
Booyah!
it was
Sound like something
so
get you drunk.
Good. Look, I'm gonna make it again. And you know I'm a cognac drinker, but I'm making that drink. I rarely buy Ciroc, y'all. She said get some peach Ciroc.
Okay.
You could do that or Amsterdam.
Okay. If you cheap.
Yup.
Or you could pour the Amsterdam in a Ciroc bottle. We got it.
I ain't throw my bottle away. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm making it drink again. So you gotta get that. You gotta get some coconut rum.
Okay.
And this blue pucker is called Island Punch. Now, this stuff was hard to find. I went to 2 liquor stores, and the last liquor store I went to, I got the last one. Nikki even said that it took a minute to get. But it's Island Punch, so it's not the same as that blue Caroso stuff.
Okay.
But mix that. You put the same. The tip with that drink is you got to put the same amount of each liquid or alcohol in the cup.
Like so, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce.
So,
okay.
you know, I did 2.
Okay, because you were alcoholic. 2 ounce, 2 ounce, 2 ounce, 2 ounce.
It was so good. It was like a good.
So one more time, what was the ingredients to that?
It was peach flavored vodka. You could do Ciroc or
Amsterdam or your mama.
Yup. Pineapple rum.
Okay.
And Blue Island pucker.
Oh, so all liquors.
Yes.
But just different flavor liquors.
Yes.
And it was
all of it is fruity.
And it was good.
Yes.
So no
good.
Sprite, no nothing. So let me tell you what my drink recipe was yesterday before we go. So because we're going to get y'all drunk. It's Tasty Tuesday, right? Yes. So I'm telling you, coconut 1800. I got some coconut 1800. I didn't quite measure it. I did a shot glass, 2 shot glasses, like you said. Coconut 1800. I took a fresh lime, juiced it, half of the fresh lime, a dab of agave. So I don't drink honey anymore. I really drink agave. So agave is a low glycemic sweetener. So if you're a diabetic, if you're looking for something that tastes really sweet but has a low glycemic index, that's what you want to use.
I should probably do that in my smoothie instead of all that honey.
Yeah. So because the honey is a lot. So I put a dab of that, a pinch of sea salt. Just a pinch. Because remember how you,
that margarita taste.
Yeah, if you like that salty rim. Then I had some fresh 100% strawberry banana juice. And I put about 2 shots of that in there. I shook it up. When I got through shaking it up, I put a hint of club soda for the spritzy. You don't want to put the club soda in before you shake it. It's going to be everywhere.
Just in case if you want a little fizz.
Just a little, like a little. Now, let me tell you what you can do organically if you want that fizz. Ginger. If you wanted to shake it, add a little ginger root, and then take the ginger root out.
It won't give it a ginger flavor?
Ginger will give you that bite. Remember, the bite that comes from pop is doing nothing but imitating ginger.
Got you.
The spiciness. That's like really spicy, the fizz. So, yeah, but not a lot. That's why I say take the root out after you shake it. So, is that, because sometimes you can over ginger something. We're not trying to over ginger it. Just put it in there, enough for the shake, take it out. Boom. Ooh. And it was really, really good. It had me a little litty.
You got your buzz on.
Got my buzz on. And it's Tasty Tuesday here on the Retire Hoodrat Morning Show. You know what it is. Meet us back here tomorrow, 8 o'clock for Reggie Wednesday. Maybe I might make Reggie get up and bring his ass in here. He a good co-host. Damn. Make him get up. Them kids' breath been stinking at 12 o'clock this week. Get up. So I'm your girl, comedian T-Barb. Make sure you head over to my website, www.tbarbisfunny.com. Get your book, Faith Over Fear, Tales of Retired Hood Rat. Hey, just give my website some love. Sometimes it ain't about buying something. Sometimes about giving somebody a click. So you ain't doing nothing anyway. Give me a click. Make sure you follow me on all your social media platforms, TBARB_Retire Hood Rat Mornings. The Streetz Radio, that's Streetz with a Z. Or you can go over to Facebook and follow me at Comedian T-Barb. Show my fan page some love. Hey, you never know. I might do a little skit today. I might talk a little ish today. You never know how I'm feeling when I'm feeling good. Don't forget to give those ladies at Eating Good some love. And don't forget that next Monday I will be doing a Chopped with them. I'm totally excited about. I appreciate you guys. Remember, don't let nobody stop your evolution in life. Where you're going, you keep going that way. Keep being you. Keep being great. Remember that even the smallest things that you feel like is a little thing is actually an accomplishment and a goal. You know why? Because you getting the job done. I love you guys. Don't forget to love me back. Don't forget to pray for me because I'm going to pray for you tonight. It's Comedian T Barb, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, Mitches.
Want to increase your income in 2020 while helping others in your community? Well, Community First Tax Services is looking for mobile tax preparers for the 2020 tax season. There is no experience needed. Training, marketing, and tax software included. Community First Tax Services Local